clash of elements that gives birth to chaos. That is the essence of who we are. We are not idle bystanders. We are the storm itself. Fierce and unyielding, raging against any threat that seeks to dominate us.
I am the storm.
When the sky goes dark, that's when I arrive. Thrive under pressure, I'ma come alive. Staring at adversity right in the eyes. I'ma shine in the shadows even when the stakes are high. Yeah, battle from the bottom and we made a name. Yeah, flooded out the gutters when we brought the rain. Yeah, stood together stronger than an iron chain. Run for cover when you feel the rumble of that thunder bang. In the chaos, I become the calm. Push me out the comfort zone, that's where I belong. Time to light the heavens up when the pressure's on. I'ma stand tall, stand strong.
I am the storm.
When the world questions how we persevere, how we can possibly withstand the storm before us, we look them dead in the eye and proudly proclaim that we are the storm.
Yes, I'm a relentless force of nature, pushing against your walls and making them fall like it was a ball of paper. Buried in talk of all debaters with the Hall of Famers. Yeah, I paid my dues and all the wages. You better make a way, cause I'm ruthless in pursuit of greatness. I never lose the composure to chaos, I am the calm. Push me up out of the comfort zone, that's where I belong. We finna light the heavens up whenever the pressure's on. I'ma stand tall, stand strong.
I am the storm.
Let's go.
Get in on the action this season with Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game. Select higher or lower between 2 and 8 players and compete for up to 325 times your entry. Use code DIRECTOR when signing up to receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Action.
Who's got it better than us?
Into the end zone, Charger fans are witnesses to history.
Well, kia ora, Bo fam. It's the director. We got a game today, man. We got the Saints, Chargers. Afternoon game, 2 and 3, 3 and 3. Both teams trying to crawl themselves out of a bad situation. I think the Chargers definitely have some nice pieces to work around, but we just got to see all the puzzle pieces fit together in the new Jim Harbaugh era. What's going on, everybody? We got Saints and Red and PDG and Aaron and Ted and Fabian and Miguel and Hugo. Good to see everybody today. First finishing getting some stuff set up for the stream, and we'll be good to go. Is Lad playing today? Yes. Yes, Lad is playing today. As far as we know, Quentin Johnston, Darius Davis, Hayden Hurst, pass catchers out for the Chargers today. You're likely going to see a lot of Vlad McConkey, Josh Palmer, Simi Fayoko. No DJ Chark today either. No DJ Chark. No DJ Chark. Hang on, guys. Sorry, I'm just still figuring some stuff out over here. Spencer Rattler in for the Saints. He'll be their quarterback today with Derek Carr sidelined. And that adds a bit of an X factor to this one. But honestly, you know, young quarterback, Chargers #1 defense in the NFL. It's going to be a tough, tough challenge. Any quarterback, given even a new one. Here comes Morthenia with the 43 months. Says, let's go. Let's go, baby. Chargers going to be returning this one. They're going to be receiving, I should say, in the first half. The Saints will be on defense. Let me just get the score set up on this side for you guys, and we'll get going. Here comes the return. It's Jalen Reagor, I do believe, with the return. He'll bring it back to, it looked like around the 25. We're almost done setting up here, and we'll be good to go. And the Chargers offense out there, the offense needs to show us something this week, man. Offense has been very, very lacking this season. Chargers fans need to see something to bring their confidence levels up there. Here comes the first pass. It's going to be to Dobbins, who picks up nothing. I think he maybe even lost yards on that play. The Saints, who have the worst defense in the NFL, will be the Chargers' best opportunity to get the ship right. Justin Herbert on the play action. He's running, looking, fires on the run, downfield, finds Josh Palmer, who drops it on the sideline. It'll be third, or I should say first down? Did he get it? No, he did not get it. It said first down on the screen. I was like, no, he dropped that. It's 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 for the Chargers' first drive on offense.
I was at the
Action
game in Phoenix
Dan.
last week. That was hard to watch. I will be at the game versus the Titans. Hopefully, they fix their offensive issues.
Action Dan, $100 holla, dude. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Again, even with the comment, especially, man, being a tough game to watch as a Chargers fan, as the screen is set up and blown up by the Saints. Chargers gonna have to punt this one away on 4th and 12. That was a tough one for me last week, man. It left a sour taste in my mouth. The officiating all over the place. It's kind of reflective of what the season's been like, right? Officiating, not just for the Chargers, everywhere, man. It feels like they've had their fingers in pretty much, half, not half, that's being overdramatic, but let's say a conservative 20%, right, of the outcomes of games this season. That one really set me off. And the Chargers with a chance to win that one certainly did hurt. But, again, a long season ahead of us. Offense still sort of figuring stuff out. Thank you again so much, though. Action Dan, $100 holla. I appreciate the love there, dude. I really, really do. Definitely sucks. Definitely sucks. I really wanted to go to that game in Arizona, too. It definitely would have been hard. Certainly. Chargers going to punt this one away. Saints are going to start at the 21-yard line. Thank you guys so much again, man. Give Action Dan some love in the chat. Huge supporter of the channel. Saint Razzo. We are here at the Game Director. We can give you a live update from the crowds. Hey, Saints at the Saints game. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. And thank you again to Action Dan, man. Here comes the next play. It's going to be a run by Alvin Kamara, who's going to break off for 40 to past the 40. It's probably going to be like a 20-yard gain for Alvin Kamara. Chargers have to punt early. Saints off to a hot start. First play out the gate. That's tough. That's tough. Next play, Taysom Hill's going to take it. He'll pick up 8 yards or so. The Chargers defense bending real early, man. 7 yards on that carry for Taysom Hill. And the Saints seem to have a pretty clear-cut strategy for today on the ground. Chargers defense has been pretty soft up the middle this season. Here comes the next carry. It's Alvin Kamara, who this time does get stuffed up. It'll be 3rd and short for the Saints here. Chargers have been really good in these situations. We'll see if they can lock down this next this next play. Sorry guys, I'm having a rough day today. We'll pick it up. Envy with the 5. Thank you so much, man. I'll read that here in just a second. Alvin Kamara denied. It's a 4th down. Chargers defense, stand up when it matters. And the Saints, will they be going for it here on 4th and 1 or punt it away? Nice effort by the Chargers defense. Bending but not breaking. Hopefully, again, this is a situation where you might be inclined to go for it. No, the Saints are going to punt this one away, and the Chargers have another shot here on offense soon. Let's get the $5 holla in here from Envy. Go, director, let's figure out the offense while eating our gumbo on defense. You're going down in fantasy this week? I see how it is, Envy. I appreciate it there, man. Good stop by the defense. Did that punt go out of bounds at the 1? Oh, I think it hit the pylon, so it will be a touchback. Lucky for the Chargers. That would have been a 99-yard field in front of them had that not happened. Yeah, it barely touches the pylon just before going out of bounds at the 1. That was very close. Very close for the Chargers. Or for the Saints, I should say. I'm being a crazy special teams play. And we are in commercial break right now. Chargers getting ready to get back out there on offense. Making sure we didn't miss any updates today. Weird season with the health, right? Weird season with the health. It feels like a lot of Chargers out every single week, but the time periods have been a little bit better outside of Joey Bosa, who is making his debut in this game. Should have looked for him in that drive. He's going to be on a snap count, though. A snap count for this game. We'll have to wait and see. Action Dan with the 10 gifted. Hey, dude, Action Dan already dropped a $100 holla earlier in the stream. He comes right back with the 10 gifted subs, dude. Thank you so much, man. We are just growing the crew every single week off the back of these awesome, awesome members, man. Action Dan, thank you. If you guys were gifted a membership by Action Dan, please give him a pat on the back and a thank you. You got Yo Boy Charge, Louise, Kenny. We got Trevor Warhurst. We got Speedman. We got Joshua Garcia. Welcome to the fold. And thank you, Action Dan, for helping us grow the crew. Yet another awesome Chargers football Sunday. I appreciate that, man, so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. That is awesome. I haven't checked how many members we have in a long time, but it feels like this has been a really good season. The community growing. And the weekly viewership a lot more exciting, right? I don't know. It feels that way to me, at least. Despite the record for the Chargers and the ups and downs in this first season under Jim Harbaugh, I've had a lot of fun speculating and watching how this team could shape themselves over the course of the next, how many weeks we have left? Like 6 or 8 or 9 weeks left? Definitely getting there, man. Thought I was going to be at this game. Yeah, we weren't able to carve out some time to make it out there. We've had a lot of stuff at home that we've been trying to square away. And we weren't able to plan that far ahead this season. But maybe we'll still find time to go out. We don't know yet. But this was definitely the one that we had planned for. We love going to the Halloween games. Check out some of the festivities in LA while we're out there. Particularly Fright Nights, if we can make it out. That's a good time. 1st and 10, Chargers back on offense. It's J.K. Dobbins who's going to weave forward and pick up a couple of yards on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and long coming up. 2nd and 8 from the Chargers 22. That's a weird problem there, Tony. Again, they make it kind of complicated. Hopefully you get it sorted out. Baltimore's looking kind of tempting. Oh, the game. Yeah, the game. That could be a fun one. The Harbowl. 2nd and 8. Chargers in a tight formation at their own 22. Justin Herbert steps back, fires underneath, looking for J.K. Dobbins. It's incomplete as he had a defender right on top of him. It's 3rd and 8 coming up. It's a Kamani Vidal kind of game. It could definitely be. But right now, it's not giving me a lot of confidence, man. Chargers offense versus the worst defense in football needs to find more momentum in their second possession. That interior offensive line is just folding. 3rd and 8. Trips at the bottom of the screen. Saints are sending the complete house. Herbert's panicking, trying to get rid of it. Fumbles. And Rashawn Slater, luckily, able to fall on top of it. It's going to be a 4th and 8. Chargers need to punt it again. Chargers need to punt it again, dude. Crazy. They're going to say it was an incomplete pass, luckily. That'll keep the Chargers from having to punt too far back. But J.K. Scott will be back on the field. Interior of that offensive line is just given up. Justin Herbert frustrated. Slapping the turf in anger. Goes off the field, hoping that next drive his offensive line will hold up just a second longer. Oh, the Chargers they snapped and the punter didn't get it. And the ball goes back into the end zone, and it's a safety. Chargers going to punt it anyway, but now 2 points to the Saints on that sloppy special teams effort. Wow, I didn't even know how to call that. The snap is off to the left, or should say off to the right for J.K. Scott. He wisely slaps that thing out the back of the end zone. It could have been a touchdown instead of a safety. So a heads-up play by the punter, but a sloppy snap by the long snapper. We got Josh Harris in there, one of the best long snappers in football. That was a sloppy play if I've ever seen one, dude. That sucks. That doesn't spell a lot of confidence early, does it, man? Chargers defense got to go out there and try and make a play, dude. We need some kind of momentum from some position on the team. Chargers should be looking much better at edge with Joey Bosa back, but my word, that is one of the more bizarre starts to a game than I've seen in a while, man. We're putting this on Herbert to win himself. Yeah, I'm pretty frustrated at the offense, man. It's an awesome opportunity this season that you cannot throw away with the top defense in the NFL. You've got 2 of the best tackles in the NFL. Is the interior of that offensive line really so bad that it's crumbling the defense from the inside out? I don't know. That's one of the sloppiest, worst starts to a Chargers game I've seen in a minute. That is frustrating as hell. Zion Johnson, yeah, he's walking that territory right now for me too, dude. It's been a bad start for him this year. We're in commercial break waiting for the Chargers to punt it still. I don't think we've seen a return by the Saints yet. Of course, if you're just joining us, the Chargers messed up the punt with a snap that was off target, a long snap to the punter that was off target, resulting in an almost touchdown for the Saints on special teams. A heads-up slap of the football out of bounds from J.K. Scott. Kept it from being 6. But they got the camera on Josh Harris right now, man. Let's take a look at the snap one more time. Josh Harris looking... They're saying something about Oh, by the way, the slap wasn't by J.K. Scott. It was by Tareeb Still, I think. I couldn't quite see the number. I think it might have been Still or Haskins. Either way, they're talking about there being a miscommunication on which side of the field they wanted to punt it to. You know, you defend left or right. It just looked like a bad snap, like clear off to Scott's right. And Josh Harris, maybe the worst play of his long career at long snapper in the NFL. That is wild. All right, here comes, the kickoff, not the punt, the kickoff after the safety. And here comes the return by the Saints. They're going to get past the 30 before being taken down just inside the 35. Here come the Chargers defense once again. Burrell with the 5. We've dropped a lot of draft capital offensive line draft picks to look this bad. Yeah, that is frustrating. And what's especially frustrating is there was a really deep class of interior offensive linemen this last class that we were pounding the table for. I think in round 4 was where we were like, you got to take one here. There was a couple of guys. There was Bo Lemmer, Cedric Van Pran, a couple of really awesome guards that we were looking at as well. And instead, the Chargers really struggling at the interior this season. A lot of those rookies looking so nice this season, too. Here comes second down for the Saints after picking up no yards by Kendre Miller. They are now at the 35-yard line looking at a 2nd and 9. Bozeman and Zion Johnson have not been good. Trey Pipkins has been bad too, but not as bad, which is pretty crazy. Zion Johnson, the first-round pick, having his roughest start to the season. Actually, we're halfway through the season already, so. Joey Bosa in the lineup. See if he can get to the quarterback. There is a flag on the field. Looks like Bosa was actually held. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is. Team looks really off today. Feels weird. Yeah, it does, Fabian. Does. Feels very weird to start today. Holding by number 62 on the offense. Who is that? Their center? Their guard. He was, right on the pads of Tier Tart, I do believe. That's going to push him back 2nd and 19. 2nd and 19. See, you go. Johnson, you can work at Geek Squad, the Best Buy. Yep. Thank you, Fabian. Here comes 2nd and 19. Spencer Rattler fires over the middle, finds Taysom Hill, and Hill is going to shoot forward. That's going to be a gain of like 15 yards. Instead of a 2nd or 3rd and long, we're looking at a 3rd and 5. A 3rd and 5. Is Alohi lost? I don't know. Alohi, who had a spectacular season last year, struggling a little bit more in this defense, which has been simplified, or at the very worst, executed properly this season for the most part, resulting in the best defense in football. It does not look like that early in this game. Here comes the snap. Joey Bosa chasing Rattler to the sideline. Rattler's got to throw it away. And good stop once again for the Chargers defense. The defense doing their job. The offense has got to get going here. Defense still putting up a good performance. They're in a good situation where the Saints with a young quarterback, a mostly healthy defense coming back, corners came back, edge came back. Offense needs to pick up the slack here big time. Here comes the punt. It's going to be Jalen Reagor. No, McConkey back to return. McConkey tries to make a move and stumbles inside the 20. The Chargers offense will take the field at the 17-yard line. Whew. You go on that trigger. We're in commercial break waiting for the Chargers offense to take the field. Yeah, the chat's certainly not happy with the result of that first drive, man. The first 2 drives on offense, Saints up 2-0 after that especially poor, sloppy special teams play, which, again, Chargers special teams, awesome last season, struggling a little bit more this year. I don't know, man. Yeah, and I don't know if you saw the safety there, Diego. It was wild. A very off-target long snap to the punter back in our own end zone. And a heads-up play by a couple of players. We'll say, I think it was Hassan Reddick slapping it out of bounds. Kept it from being a touchdown for the Saints. Still, very inexcusable, sloppy execution by the special teams. Rather than start slow, then start fast and crumble. Yeah, I guess it could still go a couple of different ways. I think the Chargers still, for me, and a lot of people have the edge in this game considering their defense is going to have a pretty good day. You have to imagine they're going to have a pretty good day. But the offense, really, it all kind of teeters on what they do. So far, and again, this is what worries me the most right now, is that the Chargers, in their first 2 drives, got basically nothing versus the ranked 32 defense in football, which makes me want to scream a little bit as to what I feel like the future could be of the rest of the season if we can't sort this out. If it really is the interior of that line, which they just keep letting go of their guys, man. We're seeing some of the replays right now, and it's just the guard it feels like they're trying to pass guys off, and nobody picks them up. And it just results in these disastrous plays over and over and over. Here comes another carry. It's Dobbins who's going to get stood up. 2-yard gain. Again, this is, I think, the ranked 28th run defense in the NFL. Dobbins, 2 carries, 4 yards so far. Got to get that going. Is it 1T with the $5 director? Great teams don't struggle like this against mediocre teams. This is a copy and paste season to season. Yo says it'll get better. We're definitely in a better situation coaching-wise than we've been in a long time, but they still have a lot to figure out, apparently, on the offensive side of the football, which I'm hoping they figure out soon because it's a great season considering you've got an awesome defense that can carry you a large part of the way this year, as Justin Herbert's going to hit Will Dissly for a 10-yard gain. That's going to be a first down. Chargers, we get to finally hit a button. First down, Bolts, and the offense gets their best play of the day so far via their backup tight end. Tight end 2, we'll say. Tight end 2. First and 10 for the Chargers, 28. J.K. Dobbins on the sideline now. It's Kamani Vidal in at running back. Play action. Herbert over the middle is going to find Ladd McConkey. And McConkey's going to pick up 15 yards and a first down. Chargers. Are we starting to see some momentum now? Chargers and Herbert just need a little time. The interior this time holds up. And that allows Ladd McConkey to get open and Justin Herbert enough time to find him over the middle. First down, Chargers at their own 43-yard line now. Lightning Ladd first down. Let's pick things up. First and 10, Chargers. It's another handoff. This time, Kamani Vidal, who's also going to pick up 2 yards. It'll be another 2nd and 8. Greg Roman's got to find a way to get some space for these running backs. Feels like up the middle, not working out so well so far. Of course, that interior of the offensive line has not been performing so far this game. Maybe we use our top tackles in football to try and make some space on the outside for our running backs. Here comes 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert. Interior folds again. He's got to step up. Fires over the middle. He's going to in and out of the hands of Will Dissly. Beautiful ball by Justin Herbert, and Will Dissly can't bring it in. It's 3rd and 8 coming up for the Chargers. Holy crap. Wow. Justin Herbert barely escapes with his life there, placing a beautiful ball just in reach of Will Dissly, and it bounces off of his hands. A 3rd and 8 coming up. We need David Njoku, dude. You see that crazy touchdown he hauled in today? There's a guy in his face the entire route, and he didn't care. He slammed that thing in there. 3rd and 8. Herbert. Pressure's in there, and it's a sack for Ugo Amadi. It's going to be a 4th down, and the Chargers got to punt this thing away. Jeez, dude. Wow. Beasley's been having so much problems catching. He had a pretty good week last week, but that was a pretty big drop. And the Saints took advantage of that the very next play, sending an extra guy, and he gets home. Chargers got to punt this thing away. This is not good, man. Offense is 3 drives, 3 punts, and here comes the defense again. Fair catch for the Saints. It's going to take a Chargers bounce at the 16, and the defense will come back out on the field. So there's going to be a penalty on that play, too. He called fair catch, and he still caught it and took off with it, which I thought if he touched it, it was dead. But, hey, we'll take a penalty here. What are we thinking, chat? They're going to say no flag. That's what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty sure you can still touch it. If we don't get some offensive weapons, I'm going to lose my mind. It's maddening, says Mrs. Director. Yeah. Yeah, the offense just has nobody right now. I mean, Ladd McConkey. The thing is, what a lot of people don't understand about the Chargers offense is that we have, I would say, 2 pretty good playmakers. 3, obviously, with Justin Herbert, right? But Ladd McConkey is special, and when he gets the ball, you can see he's special. And J.K. Dobbins can be special if ran correctly, literally. And I don't know what's up lately. Greg Roman wants to go up the middle. We don't have Gus Edwards right now. We need to get some space on the outside. We got to figure out a way to get these running backs on the outside creatively, and it's just not happening. And Ladd McConkey also needs space. You got to create space for these guys. There's no outside threat for this team. No reason for defenses to back up. And honestly, I'm seeing the same thing as I saw last week. You guys remember what happened last week versus the Cardinals? Cardinals just kind of sat low for almost the entire game because the Chargers just didn't have anybody out there. Now, some people may say, hey, let's go ahead and tank the season. Get some nice draft capital, come back at it next season with so much money and a year or 2 behind Harbaugh. I disagree because of how good the defense is. I don't want to waste an awesome defense season. If you have the number 1 defense in football, you got to try and compete. That's why you're kind of nudging your GM at this point like, hey, dude, it is so blatantly obvious what's happening out there. We have to make a move prior to the trade deadline. Again, guys, if you don't know this, trade deadline coming up a week from Tuesday. A week from we got one more football Sunday before the trade deadline is here. And the Chargers, I'm going to continue pushing the envelope here. We got to get some playmakers for Justin Herbert. I think a tight end would go a long ways for this guy. I'm going to continue to make my opinion known that, you know, I'm excited about the prospect of a wide receiver. Give me Deontay Johnson. Give me Mike Williams or whatever. But I think a true playmaking tight end would take this offense over the top, at least unlock a lot of potential. And if we can get our hands on a guy like Njoku or Andrews or somebody, make a move. It'll be a move. It would help tremendously. Here comes the pass. Play fake to Chris Olave, who gets hit so hard he fumbles, but I'm pretty sure he was down before the ball came out. It's going to be a big play for Spencer Rattler. They're going to call it incomplete, actually. They're going to say it's a bang-bang play, which may end up working better for the Saints. I want to take another look at this thing, though. Chris Olave, hands on the ball. He took 1 step. So, yeah, you can say it's an incomplete pass. Maybe 2 steps. But a huge hit by Cam Hart. My word, what a physical play. That was a football play right there, dude. Holy crap. Fabian Team is 100% off. Not sure why. $2 holiday. Yeah, it's definitely an off day. Can't figure this out with the $1 holiday. Thank you so much. Now the Saints are challenging, saying, hey, he did take a couple of steps. Burrell Bikes the 2 says, someone please put Dicker at wide receiver. Our best playmaker right now. They're challenging that he did take enough steps. It was a catch and a fumble out of bounds. And Chris Olave heading to the locker room after taking a huge hit from Cam Hart. And Cam Hart, dude, who was called for unnecessary roughness on exactly the same tackle, makes another. It didn't stop him from making another beautiful football play right there, man. Led with his shoulder, huge impact, knocks the ball loose. I like this guy, man. I like Cam Hart a lot. The NFL can kick rocks if they say that is not a football play and get him penalized again. That was awesome. Fumble out of bounds, Saints ball. It could be. It could be. But I'm going to praise that Cam play, man. That was awesome. That penalty last week was BS. Yeah, it really was. It was the same, exactly the same looking play. Exactly the same looking play on Marvin Harrison. Led with his shoulder. Marvin Harrison kind of fell backwards into the trajectory of a helmet glaze. Like they did hit helmets. And again, that will get called sometimes. But that was a football play if I've ever seen one too, man. You know why I throw on the fancy Herbert is the problem? No, Herbert's not the problem. Wait, you hope not Tua. Not Tua what? Oh, not Tara. Oh. Watch NFL suspend him like they did Derwin. That would be horrible, dude. I would lose it. Cam Hart is a baller, man. That is exactly what you look at saying, hey, you want to deliver a big hit and stay, within the confines of what the NFL allows with contact. That is what it looks like. Cam Hart is awesome. He's an awesome physical DB. I'm so excited for him to continue developing with Jesse Minter. Dolphins lost today with Tua. I didn't catch the score. I was kind of running all over the place this morning. Let me take a look. I was excited for the Dolphins. Oh, they lost by a point to the Cardinals. That's crazy. Okay, so it is a first down Saints, I think. I think they reversed the call, right? Yeah, it was a 20-yard pickup by Chris Olave. That's kind of what I thought happened, if I'm being honest. He got the 2 steps. He fell. He fumbled after he made contact with the ground. First down, Saints. Chargers. Defense trying to get back on top. They're going to hit the reset button here and tackle. I think is it Taysom Hill? Who carried the ball? Yeah, Taysom Hill tried to pick up some yardage on the ground. The Chargers denied him. It's going to be a 2nd and 9 coming up. Cardinals loss looks better now. It kind of does, yeah. But, I mean, we got a ways to go. We got a ways to go. Hart hit that dude so hard. Yeah, he did. Here it comes. Oh, Khalil Mack blew up that play. Okay, a weird play here. Spencer Rattler kind of fell on his own and rolled around. Khalil Mack had completely blown that play up. And Rattler, who fell and got back up on his own, they're trying to say he wasn't touched. But I think Khalil Mack may have gotten a hand on that cleat, which is why it's going to go down as a sack. Oh, he did miss him. Oh, Rattler had every right to get up and run, but the refs called it dead, so the Chargers kind of got lucky on that one, man. 3rd and 16. Saints. It's a draw play for Alvin Kamara, who's got some space, but the Chargers quickly rally around him. It's going to be a 4th and long now, and another punt coming up with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Chris Olave poking his head out of the blue tent. Hoping he can come back out. He's on my fantasy team, man. He's had a rough year. I've had my eye on Chris Olave all season. He's He's had a really, really difficult year so far on staying on the field. Is that going to go down as a sack for Khalil Mack, by the way? That'd be crazy because, yeah, he didn't touch him. Here comes the next play. It's a punt. And the Saints get that thing up in the air. It's a fair catch at the 15-yard line, and the Chargers offense are going to make another go of it, man. How do we right the ship offensively? You know what my score prediction was for this game? 27-9. Because I felt the Chargers, hey, we had a bad game last week. Happens to everybody. The offense just couldn't get it clicking. We'll figure it out. The Saints are opening up a window for us. It's a worst defense in football. We'll find some momentum and get on the scoreboard. There's still time for that. And I really hope that we find that. Because I'll be honest, I'm going to be a little disappointed if we don't score at least 21 points today. Like, not because I want to win by so much or I want to win or whatever, but like, we are going to start facing defenses much better than the Saints starting. Is it even next week? Like, that would be disastrous moving forward with this offense. Yeah, we need a touchdown. Huge, man. Huge. Huge. Trade for Mike Williams. I agree. I think he would be an awesome move. Not a huge cap move, but he should help isolate some receivers or some corners. Here comes Justin Herbert on the play action. He's looking. He's got some time this time, and he's going to take off. Justin Herbert says, hey, man, if I got to do it myself, I got to do it myself. And Justin Herbert's going to go all the way down past the 50, fumbles out of bounds after taking a huge hit. He gets right back up on his feet. First down, and the Chargers just picked up a 38-yard gain by Justin Herbert on the ground. Holy crap. 10s in the chat. Big run. Probably the biggest run I've seen by Justin Herbert in years. This man is fed up, and he is carrying the offense on his back. Takes that big hit out of bounds. Actually did not fumble. I thought he fumbled. He did not fumble out of bounds. And he's got big energy right now, man. 1st and 10 Chargers. Here comes Justin Herbert once more. Looking. Fires underneath to Jalen Reagor. Rager's going to pick up close to a first down. Turns on the Jets and picks up the first. Chargers finally moving the ball offensively. Let's go. My, oh my. Herbert leading into his villain arc. He's got that Skywalker energy activating right now, man. This is his Darth story arc. St. Razzo with the 2 says, this place got loud with that run. Oh, I bet they did, man. Justin Herbert is fed up and ready to go, dude. Here comes the J.K. Dobbins carry for 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Got to get Dobbins going. Justin Herbert as a legitimate running threat could help open things up there for him too. But Herbert running angry. Yeah, man, that was a good play. That was cool. Fine, I'll do it myself. Yeah, we need a big play by Dobbins soon here, man. Homeschool with the 2 said, he said, fine, I'll do it myself now. Yeah, dude, I'm going to see that meme. Here comes Justin Herbert. He's going to try and hit J.K. Dobbins underneath, who gets swallowed up immediately by Warner. Pete Warner. And it's going to be a 3rd and 12, just like that. See if the Chargers have a play to make up for it. Man, dude, you cannot. I don't know if I'm even outside of Rashawn Slater. Those screens are so tricky to pull off if your line isn't locked in, and 2 out of 3 of those pulling linemen just couldn't make it happen. Here comes the next pass over the middle. I think that's Simi Fehoko. No, it's Will Dissly, who's going to pick up close to a first down, but it's going to be 4th and 3. Indefinite field goal range for Cam Dicker. I think it's Dicker time. Wow. Let's get the lead and continue the momentum if we can on offense, man. something was there that drive, whether it be the momentum gained by Justin Herbert. But we got to take the field goal, right? Like, you got to. I hate it. I hate that we have to, but you got to. It's 4th and 3. It's a 2-point lead for the Saints. Like, it's going to be a weird score going forward from here because of that safety, right? You gotta try and erase that somehow. The field goal is the way you do it. Like, they gotta take it. They gotta take it. You don't want some weird, wonky score at the end because of that extra 2 points from the special teams to bite you in the butt later. You gotta take the field goal. We should be up by 21 by now in the first quarter. Yeah, I think I don't need a 40 or 50 point game from the Chargers like in years past, but I need a 21 point plus game from this offense versus this defense. This defense is not good. We got to figure it out. What do you guys think the chances are Greg Roman gets moved on from midseason if it continues not to work? I think it's a super, super far it's a long shot, right? It's a stretch because those guys are so tight. But we've also seen Jim Harbaugh make some difficult decisions when stuff isn't working and adjust in years past with Michigan, the Niners, everywhere he's been. I don't know, man. Do we make the Roman show? The fall of Rome? I feel like, oh, thank you, Sparrell. We'll grab that in a second. I feel like the Chargers, and this is, I don't know. It upsets me a little bit. We're taking for granted what the defense is doing for us, man. Like, the defense is putting in the work this season. Like, this defense is legit. This defense is one of the best I've seen in a long time. I feel like we're wasting the effort the defense has brought this season for the Chargers by not moving the needle on offense. I'll be honest, like, as much as I love watching offense, I've actually enjoyed watching the defense more this season. And I want to take advantage of that. It feels like they're being taken for granted here a little bit. We got to make a move. And I think the best way you can do that and show your fans and your team and your organization that you're real, you're for real, is if Joe Ortiz goes in there and makes a move before the trade deadline. I really, really feel strongly that that's the move right now. Bro Bikes the 5 says, after watching your vid, I'm 100% convinced that we have to get Williams. At least have to try. Yeah. And Williams, thank you so much for the $5 holla too. Williams, to me, I think is like the bare minimum, right? I think I've done a terrible job explaining this. Mike Williams, to me, is the easy choice because you've got so much chemistry that's already pre-established with Justin Herbert. The money makes a whole lot of sense. The commitment makes a whole lot of sense. It would be like a 7th-round pick to get the guy. Like, it makes a whole lot of sense to bring Mike Williams in here, but that's like my minimum move. Like, if you're going to do anything, like, that's like the very, like, I would be disappointed if we didn't at least do that. But to be clear, like, I'm definitely more on board for, like, Deontay Johnson if we can get our hands on him. He would be a wide receiver 1 for this team. T. Higgins, who's a little banged up right now, could be a huge move for the future, as well as, I don't know if you guys heard about this, and I've heard this all season. We don't know what's going on outside of some speculation, but DK Metcalf was linked to the Chargers a few days ago via Eric Williams from NFL, as an NFL reporter, saying that he's got some connections to the Chargers via Sanjay Lal, the Chargers wide receivers coach. There's a contract situation going on past this season that he could make sense to the Chargers too, which that one, again, is again, a bit of a stretch in my mind, but hey, like, that's a big move that would pay off for a long, like, that's a huge, where are you going to find another receiver like DK Metcalf that fits the physicality mindset of this offense? That could be a huge, but the only problem is you are looking at, and this is, again, just from what I've read, I don't know what the actual situation would be. If the Seahawks were to move DK, which they don't really have a reason to past the money, it would probably cost you a 1st-round pick. At very least, a 2nd round that's conditional. That would turn into a 1st round given a certain scenario, right? Like, he plays so many snaps, he makes the postseason. That would be crazy, though. I would be 100% on board for that. But my favorite move right now, potentially, is David Njoku. Chargers, he's an underrated run blocker, great receiver. I think he'd be awesome. Here comes 1st and 10 for the Saints, lining up I form. It's Alvin Kamara who gets absolutely demolished by Derwin James. Derwin James got in there and said, hey, guess what? Sit down. That was a great play right there, dude. That was a great play by Derwin. Threes in the chat, please. Please. $10 haul from Chase. 18 drives, 7 straight quarters without a touchdown. Oh, Chase. I hate it when people spell that out.
18
Never
drives,
seen that.
7 straight quarters without a touchdown. I've never seen that. Roman may not be a bad OC, but he's definitely not a good one.
Yep.
Ortiz needs to talk to
Second
Harbaugh
and 12.
about this.
It's batted at the line. Actually, it was thrown right into the face mask of Teair Tart. I don't know if he made a move on it, if it was just thrown right at him. We're going to take a look at a second look at it. Oh, Tart, no. He got up there, dude. Teair Tart, what an offseason acquisition. Jumps up there, disrupts the route for, or I should say the pass intended for Alvin Kamara. What a play. 90s in the chat, dude. That was a huge play from the interior. Holy crap, dude. That was awesome. 90s, please. I'm demanding it at this point. What a play. 3rd and 12. Over the middle. They're looking for Taysom. You got to get him down. You got to get him down. They do get him down with 1 yard to spare at the Saints' 39-yard line, dude. There is a flag on the field, though. Well, that could be big. Chase, $10 holla. Thank you so much again, man. I'm going to hit that with a like right there. Definitely not a good one. Ortiz needs to talk to Harbaugh about this. Yeah, he does. And I think Harbaugh is also the kind of take-charge dude that will acknowledge it. But Ortiz's job at the very minimum is to provide the best roster he can for his team. He's got to make a trade. So the flag's going to be on the Saints. Interesting decision for the Chargers. They could keep it a 4th and 1 at the 40, or they can push it back to like a 3rd and forever. So they're going to take the penalty. This puts the Saints at a 3rd and 15 situation, which I think is probably the right call. Because that at the 40, even though it is their own 40, that did leave the door open for them to either convert or pin us a little bit further deep. Chargers can make a play here in defense. Come on, baby. Fabian with the 5 says, I even heard Evan Ingram is linked to the Chargers for a trade. Yeah, I heard about that one too. Pass-catching tight end would unlock a lot of potential for this offense. A lot of potential. Fabian, thank you so much. And a good shout-out there, too, because Chargers with the tight end, they're dangerous. 3rd and 15 for the Saints. They're just going to try and run it, and they're going to get nothing. It's Alvin Kamara for 2 yards. And guess who? Joey Bosa in on that play with Khalil Mack. Shutting down that play, and the gamble worked. The Saints now punting further back from their own 28 instead of the 40. Should provide the Chargers a little bit of extra help in terms of field position after the punt. Nice pushback. Nice play. Defense continues to impress. Ladd McConkey back to return this one. I don't like that. Give me Rager back there. Rager's not a bad returner. McConkey, he needs to stay away from contact as much as possible right now. Let's see what he can do on the return, though. Was it blocked? Oh, Thule almost blocked it, dude. Here comes the return. It's Ladd McConkey trying to dance, find some space, gets down around the 30. But Thule almost made an enormous play on special teams. By the skin of their teeth did that ball get away from the Saints punter. Chargers offense will take the field at the 30-yard line now. Trevor Walker, welcome to the crew. I know you, Trevor. But yeah, you've been here a minute. Loveland would be amazing. Loveland would be amazing. And I think that when you trade for a tight end, it doesn't stop you from drafting one either. It's been interesting. This era of tight end has been a little different. You got Sam Laportas that are jumping onto the scene real quick. You got Dalton Kincaids that look really good. Again, these are exceptional tight ends. But for the most part, the tight end position, it takes some marinating, doesn't it not? Like, it takes, I would say, up until like their 3rd or 4th year, which makes it real tricky because that's around the time that you're going to talk extension. A lot of these guys don't make it past that. I was looking at a stat the other day. In the last decade, I think there's 9 tight ends that have been drafted in the 1st round, and only one of them has gotten a contract from the team that drafted him, and that was David Njoku. Isn't that insane? I think it's because the tight end position just takes a little bit of time to find their groove, and that's why I am pounding the table for David Njoku, because it does feel like he's hitting that 2nd level. It does feel like he's hitting that age where tight ends start to pop, which for me is like 28 to 30. And again, mind you, this isn't a wide receiver. This isn't a running back. This is a tight end. They can play into their mid-30s easily. I want David Njoku. He would be on this team for me at least until 5 years, 4 or 5 year contract. I think he would be very relevant in that time frame. Fabian says, imagine Njoku and DK for a trade. That would be insane. That would be especially expensive, though. And this is actually a poll I'll put up here in just a second. I'll make sure I didn't miss any of these super chats. Yeah, I'm going to put up a poll right now. And this is something I asked on Twitter, and this is probably a pretty realistic scenario. Per my research, this is the asking price for these players. You guys let me know what you would be down for. Would you take DK Metcalf for a first-round pick or David Njoku for a third? What would you be looking to do? That, from my research, that's what it would take to pick up either one of those players. If you could get both, You'd be kind of down bad for draft picks, but you could get DK and David Njoku if you wanted to. But if you had to choose one, which one would it be? Trevor with the 5 says, what's up, senior director? Just got home from church shenanigans. Give me a game update and your best commentary voice. Both up. The Chargers, lacking any sort of life on offense, keeps the game alive just by the skin of their teeth and the efforts of their defense this game. How's that? I think that was pretty good. J.K. Dobbins going to carry it for 5 yards. His best carry of the game. 2nd and 5 from the 35-yard line here now. Thank you so much, Trevor. Tara with the 5 says, not unless your brother is a tight end who you have chemistry with. Hashtag draft Patrick Herbert. Tara, I was going to tag you yesterday because Patrick Herbert was getting some praise after that nice game with Oregon. And being our resident Oregon super fan, I need to know, is Patrick Herbert, let's say they're not related. Let's say there's no history there. Is Patrick Herbert an NFL tight end? Is he blocking is great too. Like I'll take blocking, receiving, whatever. Is he an NFL caliber tight end? Because if he is, we have got to push the narrative on social media. I think that'd be crazy. What do you guys think? He's not. I've heard back and forth. I've heard that he can be a really good blocking tight end, but maybe doesn't get as many opportunities to show off if he's a good receiver. I don't know. You'll have to let me know, Tara. I'll be looking for the check, or I'll be looking for the mod symbol. Here comes Justin Herbert on 3rd and 2. He's looking, fires underneath, and man, that was read beautifully by number 1 of the Saints. It's going to force a 3 and out, and the Chargers punter takes the field again. There's nobody open, dude. I just watched a replay from behind the quarterback, and I played it as if I was on Madden. Every single read was covered. There was no separation. Everybody was playing low for the Saints defense. No reason to play high. Holy crap. Hey, great punt, by the way. Here comes J.K. Scott with a huge punt. Man, that was a good punt, actually. Saints are going to start with the 13-yard line. But we have a problem in L.A., dude. I need to get a clip of that. I need to get a clip of that replay. That angle said everything. It said everything about this game, about Justin Herbert's situation at wide receiver. How far are we into this broadcast? We're at 54 minutes. Y'all remind me. I'm actually going to put a note here. Hang on. I have to post that clip later because that is actually insane what I just witnessed.
I have been told by a lot of people who coached him that Patrick is the most talented out of all the brothers. He is a good pass catcher. Oregon just doesn't use him in that way.
Really? Wait. Tara with the $10 holla. Tara, you didn't have to do that. I was looking for you. $10. Thank you. Thank you. She says yes. And this is, guys, by the way, this is probably the biggest Ducks fan I know. Okay? So I trust Tara's opinion when it comes to anything Oregon Ducks, even outside of football. She knows her stuff. Yes, I have been told by a lot of people who coached him that Patrick is the most talented of all the brothers. That is crazy. He's a good pass catcher. Oregon just doesn't use him that way. Okay. Maybe there is something there in the offseason for the Chargers. I mean, that would be such an awesome thing. That would make me immeasurably happy to see Herbert to Herbert touchdown on football Sundays. Thank you, Tara, for the insight and the $10. I really appreciate that. Guys, give her some love. Give her some love. That's dedication to knowledge right there. Supercharged. Okay, it says Charlie. He says Superchargers have got to do better. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Fabian with the 2 says decent blocker. I'd rather get his teammate Ferguson. Ferguson is what you're looking at too. Okay. Ricky Monterosa with the 2 says we only run left. That is weird. I mean, Slater and Alt are both insane in terms of run blocking. Okay, J.K. Dobbins is throwing stuff on the sideline. He's frustrated too, man. The offense just can't get going. They just can't do it. I need to shore up the interior of the defense. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm going to end the poll right here. I should have ended it a while ago. Here comes the quick pass to Alvin Kamara, who's going to pick up 5 and go out of bounds. Man, we have 11 minutes in the second quarter. It's a 2-3 game. This is insane. Abram with the 2. Dicker, our season MVP so far. Yeah, it's true. The poll results are in. David Njoku won 66% of the vote. A third-round pick for David Njoku rather than a first-round pick for DK Metcalf, and I'm inclined to agree. But both would be something I would endorse. Here comes another screen by Alvin Kamara, who this time gets an insane block. He's got a convoy in front of him. Kamara all the way down to the red zone, I feel. Where did that play end? I mean, it was a long field, so it may not be the red zone, but that had to have been a 40-yard play, dude. I'm paying attention to the field. Oh, man. Alvin Kamara, you cannot let a screen develop for number 41 of all players in the NFL. He will punish you. That was a 40-yard catch and run for Alvin Kamara. And it is a first down in Chargers territory now. First down will be a pass. It's incomplete. Chargers in that bend but don't break territory once more. Holy cow, dude. Kendre Miller in at running back. It is going to be a toss to Miller, and the Chargers, who have been struggling with their tackling, 3 bolts just missed. Kendre Miller, who popped off for a 10-yard run. Holding number 62 offense is going to save the Chargers on that play. I still can't believe what I just saw, though. The Chargers read it great. It was... Oh, my Lord. It was Coulson. It was Molden. It was Fulton. Everybody read it. Everybody got down to him. And he, with one juke, Kendre got away from all 3 of them. That's insane. Lucky penalty. Chargers have another shot at it now at 2nd and 20. Whoo! Pass over the middle. Intercepted! Intercepted! It's going to be Molden who brings it in. Chargers get the football back. And there is the spark we needed on defense. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. They're going to say incomplete. Still a 3rd and 20. Taking a second look at it. No, it's a pick. It's a pick. It never hit the ground. We got to challenge this, dude. It is a pick. It looked awkward because it was off his side, but that is a pick. What do they do? Here comes, Jim Harbaugh throws the red flag, and we are looking at an interception for Elijah Molden. Yeah, good challenge, coach. Good challenge. Good challenge. And now we wait. Now we sit back and we wait. It's either a 3rd and 20 or an interception. That's a good challenge. That's a good challenge. And that is 100% a pick. It looked awkward because it was like, you know, when you catch something kind of off the side of your body, but it didn't hit the ground. And even if it did, it looked like he had control over it on his side before he rolled a little bit over. That's an interception. Even if not, it's a good challenge because it would either be an interception or a 3rd and 20. So analytically, you throw that red flag every time. It never touched the ground. Yeah, the angle that I saw, it didn't touch the ground, and he had control over it. It might have touched the ground, yeah, but it just still looked like he had control over it. But again, we'll wait and see. This is how you know you got a good coach. That kind of challenge doesn't have, I mean, you lose a timeout in the first half, which would be bad, but then it's a 3rd and 20. I like it. If it's an interception, though, that's a big interception because you're starting at midfield. The Chargers offense needs this momentum. They need something to push them over a little bit to actually give themselves a shot to score a touchdown because right now it's not been good. You give them the ball at midfield, maybe, just maybe, we can figure it out. This is worse. This is versus the worst defense in football, too. I'm so... we gotta score. We have to score. We have to score. Molden, is that his 3rd interception of the season? What a great... Dude, the Titans, I'm telling you, the Titans' off-season acquisitions have been so good for this team. I don't know what it is. Is it is it Jesse Minter just really has a similar, mindset to the players they run in Tennessee? Like, they've been doing awesome for this team. We saw T.R. Tart make a huge play already. Christian Fulton's been amazing this season. Here comes Elijah Molden with his 3rd interception. Like, that's awesome. They're going to say it's incomplete still. So, because it was called that on the field, the challenge is not going to work. Here comes a pass to the sideline for Kamara. They're trying to set up another screen, but it's going to be 4th and 20, and they have to punt it anyway. That's one of those things where if they call it on the field an interception, it can't get reversed to an incompletion because it's that close. Is what it is. Is what it is. But the risk was worth it because it was a 3rd and 20, now a 4th and 20. Chargers get the ball back anyway. I would have loved to see them get it at the 50-yard line. But we do get the ball back. Yeah, the refs, they drive. I'm trying to keep it together this season with the refs, dude. It's been bad. Here comes the punt, and it's a fair catch by McConkey at the 10. And the Chargers come out 1st and 10. We have to score, dudes. Oh, we have to score. We have like 1,400 people in here, so I'm gonna explain this one more time. The Saints have the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL. The Chargers have been struggling. We just faced a Cardinals team last week that does also have a pretty bad defense. We couldn't do anything on offense. If we can't do anything on offense again versus the Saints, it spells disaster for the rest of the season. Here comes Vidal with his first carry of this drive. It'll be a pickup of 3 seconds, and we just can't get the run game going. Greg Roman keeps trying stuff up the middle, and I just don't know if we have the interior guys to make that happen. Vidal Hall traded a Brandon Staley defense for a Brandon Staley offense. Kind of did. We got to get this offense going. We have to score a touchdown. 32nd ranked defense. You have got to move the football. Vidal still in at running back. It's a play action over the middle. He'll find Dissly, who picks up the first and then some. Will Dissly. That's got to be what? A 15-yard catch and run first down Chargers. Nice move. Nice move by Will Dissly and Justin Herbert. Dissly definitely putting in the work now. And the best part is, you pick up a tight end via trade, you got yourself an awesome, awesome situation in terms of Jim Harbaugh, and funny enough, Greg Roman, where you can use 2 good tight ends. I want that. Brandon Njoku moving to wide receiver. You could run him in the slot if you wanted to. Here comes an outside run finally for J.K. Dobbins. Unfortunately, the Saints were ready for it. And it'll only be a pickup of a couple of yards again. I can tell J.K. Dobbins is getting frustrated. Will Dissly catching passes look so awkward? It does. He's out of his element a little bit, but he can be good. Matt Money Smith was very excited about the idea of him being more involved as a pass catcher, and he's putting up some numbers. Here comes 2nd and 8. It's Josh Palmer in motion. Play action. Justin Herbert, lots of heat. He's going to flip it to J.K., and J.K. is going to stay on his feet and pick up the first down. That was that was a play right there. There is a flag, though. There is a flag. I'm going to hit it anyway, man. The Hobdobbins does it again. What a play by J.K. We're still trying to see what the penalty is. It could be wiped away here. We don't know what it is yet. Oh, a little extra. Dude! A Saint just tried to freaking sprain Justin Herbert's ankle. Oh, no, sir. Oh! They called the flag on us, too. That is bullcrap, man. Yeah, that is bullcrap. You tell him, dude. Number 90 of the Saints? Who are you? 93, Shepard. He literally, after the play, tried to crocodile roll a sprain on Justin Herbert. And Bradley Bozeman wasn't having any of it. And he threw a tackle trying to get Shepard off of Justin Herbert. And we're going to get called for unnecessary roughness. Are you kidding me? What a piece of human garbage. That is crazy that he tried to roll a Justin Herbert ankle. Herbert is going to respond with a huge pass over the middle. It's Ladd McConkey. That should be an ejectable offense right there, man. 93. You're on my list now, dude. That is insane. That is insane. Bozeman just got some brownie points for me too, dude. How do you let that happen? That was one of the dirtiest plays I've seen in football. Is that part of the Sean Payton era? They put that list back up on the wall? That is some BS right there, dude. What a piece of crap. Here comes the next play. Kamani Vidal on the outside. He's going to make a nice juke up the middle and find 6 yards and a second down. Yo. Abraham with the 2. Yeah. Heck yeah, Bozeman. Light that fire under them. Yeah, they do. That is one of the dirtiest plays I've seen since Ndamukong Suh on Aaron Rodgers. You guys remember that? Remember where Ndamukong Suh just like straight up stood on top of Aaron Rodgers' ankles? Literally 93 was like jerking Justin Herbert's leg trying to twist it after the play was over. Here comes another play up the middle. It's going to be Kamani Vidal once again picks up 2. It's going to be a 3rd and short for the Chargers. Holy crap, dude. That got me. Oh, you do not do that. You do not do that to Justin Herbert. You do not do that to Justin Herbert. Oh, That man, dude, if Derwin James gets suspended for that play a few weeks ago and Shepard walks free, that is absolutely infuriating. I would have been throwing hands, honestly. Great job, 75. Yes, Fabian. He did his job. Bozeman got some brownie points from us, and here comes a pass to the sideline. It's going to be a first down. Ladd McConkey once again. Yeah, NFL's got to suspend 93, dude. That is not acceptable. That has got me fired up, man. That is unacceptable. Director has been at least 4+ fights, no flags. The crowd isn't happy. Saints aren't playing clean football. Something's going on, man. Thank you for the 5. Something's going on. Something's going on. They're after Justin Herbert this week, dirty. And I'm glad that you're seeing some extra stuff that we're not seeing to get them called out on. Justin Herbert, he's got to take off. He's going to avoid the tackle by Shepard and get close to a first down. It's going to be 2nd and 1 coming up. Justin Herbert, 2 carries, 47 yards in the first half. Thank you, Saint, for the update. Here comes J.K. Dobbins. He'll run straight ahead, picks up the 1st and 2 yards. Only 19 yards on the day with 17 carries. Not good for J.K. Dobbins. 93 on your list. Dude, I cannot believe that, man. Energy's back. Thanks. Yeah, no, I was having a bad start to my day. I'm feeling a little better. What happened to Gus Edwards? He's on IR. He's on IR now. Man, dude. 1st and 10. Play action. Herbert. Pocket collapses. He's on the run again. Justin Herbert may try and carry this once more, and he'll pick up a couple extra yards before going out of bounds. Now 3 carries for 50 yards on the day. Eric Black with the 2 says, Greg Williams calling defense for the Saints? I don't know. It does feel like we got a good old-fashioned Sean Payton-led locker room, though. I'll tell you that right now. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, big dad energy, dude. Here comes 2nd and 7. It's J.K. Dobbins. Nice fake. It's going to be all the way to the 20. We're in the red zone. J.K. Dobbins pops another decent run. And we are officially in the red zone. Is this for the first time today? No, I don't remember where we were with the field goal. We got to score, though, man. Chargers, one of the worst, if not the worst red zone team in the NFL. What's tricky, though, and this will shock some of you guys, the Saints ranked number 32. Terrible run defense, terrible pass defense. But ranked, I think they were 3rd in red zone defense. So keep that in mind. Chargers, they got to overcome that statistic right here. Justin Herbert's going to pass over the middle, finds in the back of the end zone. It was an incredible catch, but I think he was out of bounds. Who are you? Simi Fehoko. 2nd and 10 coming up. Incredible catch by Simi Fehoko in the back left pocket of the end zone, but he was just a little too far out of bounds. Marshawn Lattimore. Man, there was a lot of contact before the ball made it to him, dude. It should be a 1st and goal. Dude! And it was almost a touchdown still, dude. That's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. 2nd and 10. Chargers got to burn another timeout from keeping the clock from expiring. They're going to have 1 second before the 2-minute warning. Oh, so close for Simi Fehoko. That would have been an incredible catch versus one of the better corners in the NFL. I don't know, dude. I don't think it was a touchdown. I mean, maybe it was. They're still looking at the board. I mean, I would like to see another angle. Simi still thinks it's a touchdown. The crowd thinks it's a touchdown. How's that not pass interference? They could say that they were both fighting, but it looked like PI to me. The crowd is really upset. They're seeing something on the board that we're not seeing. I'm hearing a lot of people upset that that wasn't called a touchdown. Simi is actually furious, saying that he did get that touchdown. Okay, they're finally showing us another angle here. 1 foot down. He did. Oh, he did drag it. You can see the dirt being brought up from the turf. Inbounds that his other toe got down. That is a touchdown. That's a drag, dude. I didn't see it at first, but you can clearly now see the line of a toe drag. Harbaugh's upset again. Oh, dude. Oh. The refs are screwing us again, dude. They just gave us a flag for 12 men on the field. Harbaugh's screaming, we have 10. The commentators are saying we have 10. Did they take it off the field? I think they did. This is the most robbed I've seen us in a minute. Actually, since last week. Herbert's going to go to the sideline once more looking for Fayoko. Lots of contact again. You got to throw that one, dude. Thank you. Whoa! Dude, if they didn't call that, I would have been flipping some stuff around my studio, dude. Oh man. Huge contact. PI. Spotted the foul, first down, it's at the 3. Let's give it to JK, dude. That's insane. This whole red zone trip has been insane. Fayoko, dude. He's got that big playability. Marshawn Lattimore, dude, he was just all over him. Yeah, the Chiefs are losing? Oh, by 10. Or 10-7. We can hope. Well, we're at the 2-minute warning now. This has been a crazy game, dude. Like, the fact that the score is still 2-3 is blowing my mind right now. But the calls have been just nuts. We should have seen a Simi Fayoko touchdown. First downs, turnovers. It's just been crazy. PIs. Should have been a PI the play before, too. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Sometimes, and I've heard this speculated in the past, depending on how you feel out the refs, DBs will give themselves a little bit more liberty for contact and all that sort of thing. So, I mean, Marshawn's like, hey, I got away with it last play. Let's go again. And that time it didn't work. Defense getting a nice long rest. Yes, they are. That would be good. Because they're going to have the ball with 2 minutes left at least. Or say at least a minute and a half. But they've got all 3 timeouts, so they should be the ones burning them. If we don't get in right away. But the defense should be ready. We need a touchdown. We need a touchdown so bad, dude. And this is after starting at the 10-yard line. Chargers offense has been so bad. We got to get a touchdown here. We had one taken away already. We've got to get it back. We got to get it back. Cole Kiddo with the 5. What's with the garbage officiating, man? This is the point where games being affected by these calls and the head office needs to do something. It's every week now, dude. we've had our fair share of kind of bad ones throughout the season. Last week's is the one that ticked me off the most, and I went off on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere. I lost my temper pretty hard on it. This week's seeing some pretty bad calls once again, and it's everywhere. It's not just us either. There's a lot going on in the NFL in terms of this bad officiating. We don't know what's going on. That play, although I don't know how much it affects the outcome, but that Vikings game, the Vikings-Rams game on Thursday, like, what was that? There was a ref standing 5 feet behind Sam Darnold, and he gets his head completely twisted around with a face mask. No call. That would have given the Vikings at least a shot at it. So we're not the only ones, but it is infuriating to see it just everywhere, especially in our games. Oh, Kelsey took the lead again? Okay. It's just crazy to me, man. They have to implement, after this season, they have to implement some kind of challenge or whatever. It's just bad. First and goal. Did we just false start our way backwards? Yes, we did. Who was it? That's not good, dude. Come on, man. Who moved? Is this Tomlinson again? Dude, Eric Tomlinson is good for 2 flags a game, and he plays 4 snaps a game. What's going on with this guy? I feel like every game we hear a penalty from Tomlinson. Here comes first and goal. In motion's Josh Palmer. Herbert fires over the middle. Almost a touchdown for Ladd McConkey. It's going to be a yard short, 2nd and 1. Run it in. Run it in. Run it. Sneak it. I don't care. Do something. Get in there. Give it to JK. This offense has to be able to score on the ground from the 1. You have to be able to do this. JK or Herbert? I think Herbert's been very aggressive this game. I wouldn't mind letting him sneak it. But there's a timeout by New Orleans, as they should be doing. Minute 47 left on the clock for the first half. Yeah, run it or sneak it, man. I need to see the Chargers able to pound this thing in from the 1. Screw it. I don't care how they score, man. We got to get in the end zone. Like, you cannot settle for 3 again here. You got to get in. 2nd and goal from the 1. You need to score a touchdown. Let's do it. Here comes a full house look. Holy crap, dude. We got everybody back there behind Justin Herbert. 3 backs, all behind Justin Herbert. It's a handoff to, it's going to be Hassan Reddick, who is going to be denied. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up. Interesting play design. So it was a full house look, which means you got all 3 of those running backs in there. They were all lined up in a straight line behind Justin Herbert. Herbert hands it off to Haskins. Haskins. Tried to get some blocks from Matlock and JK, and it got blown up on the... It was just a very creative way of saying this is an outside run. We got an extra lineman in now. It's a goal line look. J.K. Dobbins in at running back. Here's your traditional goal line look. To the left, motioning right, is Matlock. It's a carry by Dobbins, and Dobbins is into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Finally! Oh, finally. Yes. Yes. Finally a touchdown for the Chargers. Let's go. You got to be able to execute. And that was what was weird. I was like, that full house look was weird. They go traditional I form, traditional goal line. And Dobbins is able to figure it out and get into the end zone. Let's go. Finally. A touchdown for the Chargers. Okay, we got the monkey off our back. Let's get this thing going. There's no reason it shouldn't win this game. We need weapons bad. Did we just miss the extra point? He missed it wide left. That's weird. That's thicker, man. That's weird. Give away the first and third round picks. Go get some playmakers, says Don Clark. I am fully in agreement. I say partially. I do think we should go out there and get some playmakers. I kind of want to keep our first round pick for next season, though, just in the event that we can sniff, the possibility of getting Ashton Genty on this team or a huge playmaker on offense that's drafted into this organization. But yeah, give me like an Njoku, a Mike Williams. I think you can get a Deontay Johnson without giving up a first. I'm all about it, man. Don, thank you so much for the first round. I think if anything is very, very, very clear, Chargers need some help in terms of offensive playmakers. Desperately, desperately. He slipped. You can see it was awkward. Dicker slipped a little bit. That is significant, though, because now you're looking at a 7-point game instead of an 8. So that's a big break for the Saints. They got one timeout, the Saints do. They're going to get the ball back with a minute and a half left on the clock. Yeah, that's what they're saying, that he slipped. I got to go look at something real quick, though, man. This game has been, I'll just say, interesting. Time of possession is Chargers 17 minutes to the Saints 10.5. So we're still winning the time of possession. Here comes the underneath pass to Alvin Kamara, who's going to find just a few yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Yeah, you can't. I don't want to see a field goal even by the Saints before half, because they get the ball back at half, and that would keep it under a touchdown. Yeah, I don't know. You guys got to play clean. And Njoku had a great catch today. Yes, he did. He had a crazy touchdown. Here comes the pass over the middle, wide open. Is Olave, who's back on the field. He makes a huge catch at the 50-yard line, and the Saints are marching. Here's the underneath. It's 83. It's a pickup of 4, and he's out of bounds. That's going to be Johnson with the reception. Olave is a stud. Yeah, he is. He can be. He's having an off season, but he can be a stud. Okay, ineligible player downfield. That's going to push the Saints offense back 5, and they're going to start again. It's 1st and 15 from the 45. Here comes 1st and 15. A minute and 8 seconds left on the clock. Saints have one timeout remaining. Chargers. Ooh, sending some nice heat. It's Joey Bosa! And Tuli Tuipulotu with the sack, baby. But there's another flag. Is no foul. No foul, no foul. It's Joey and Tuli for the sack. Welcome back, Joey Bosa. And that clock is probably still moving, right? They're not showing it. Yeah, it is. 45 seconds left. Rattler fires over the middle. He'll hit number 84 short of the first down. 3rd and 6. Again, clock is running. You got 35 seconds left. What they got to be, like 5-10 yards away from field goal range? Here comes Rattler again, firing over the middle. Why is that middle zone so open? Juwan Johnson picks up 20 yards. Chargers have had this weird weakness in that middle zone all season long. Oh, man. So at very minimum, you're looking at a field goal for the Saints. A touchdown would be disastrous. Watch the sidelines. 22 seconds gives them a couple shots at the end zone. But I don't know if they're at a point yet where they want to take it. It's an underneath catch and run by Alvin Kamara, which was awesomely defended. He did get out of bounds. Alvin Kamara, dude, he got himself a one-handed grab. Sure, it didn't go anywhere thanks to Junior Colson. But you got a 2nd and 7 with, what is it going to be, like 19, 18 seconds? 18 seconds. Second and 6. Juwan Johnson in motion. It's Rattler to the outside. Way overthrown. 3rd and 6 with 13 seconds. You can take one shot at the end zone if they want to. I don't think they want to do that. Chargers have been known to punish moves like that. We'll see what happens at the 22-yard line. So at very minimum, they could look at a 5-9 score going into half. I think that's what they're kind of looking at. We need a sack. A sack would be awesome. You got Joey in there. They may still have enough time to spike it if we do sack him, but that would push him back. Here comes Joey Bosa. Only a 3-man rush, and it's going to be thrown way out of bounds. 9 seconds left, 4th and 6. You're going to see the Saints kicker take the field. So here comes the kick. 5-9. I really didn't want to see extra points for the Saints, man. 40-yard field goal attempt. It is down the middle. And it's going to be a 5-9 score. Chargers on top. But this has been a bonkers game, dude. Is Chark injured again? He has not been activated yet. They opened his 21-day practice window, but they haven't activated him yet. Are we having a poor game versus a rookie quarterback? I don't know. That middle zone is just killing us this season. Spencer Rattler having maybe his best game. He's had some good games. It's just, yeah, tough. Chargers, again, only allowing 5 points in the first half, though. It is commendable. Despite the last result, it just feels, it looks worse on paper because the offense is not putting up a whole bunch of points either. If it was 14 or 17-5, we'd all be like, hoo-ha-ha. But since the offense isn't carrying its weight, a 5-9 score, even despite only being 5 points in the first half, looks bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. We're into halftime, by the way. After this kickoff, I have to imagine. We give up yards but not points. And that's true. The Chargers seem to bend but not break a lot. That's technically another testament of that. But still, it's tough. It's infuriating. We got to get moving on offense still. Here comes the fair catch, or I should say in the end zone by Rager. Gives the Chargers 5 seconds at the 30. You could Hail Mary it. I don't know if I do that. And we just hit the halftime. We just hit halftime. Chargers up 9-5. This is going to be an interesting conversation, dude. Yoko's clearly our number 3 wide even with everyone is healthy. Right now, it kind of feels that way, doesn't it? 9-5 at halftime is weird score ever. Yeah, it is weird. This is a weird game. This is the one that I wanted to go to. I would have been very stressed out there. That's all I'm going to say, man. I'd have been very stressed out. But, I mean, Saints get the ball at half. Chargers defense has been playing awesome. The offense found a little bit of a rhythm all of a sudden. Can we continue that? I don't know. I just can't get out of the back of my mind, and I'm hoping that this isn't the case going forward. Again, the only way you save this in my mind is to make a trade and get it soon because you gotta integrate this new guy. I think a receiver or a tight end or a pass catcher, they come in and they start making impacts right away. As much as I want to go out there and get an interior guy, they just take too long to build and gel together. We're at the half point. We're at the half point mark of the season, and it would take too long to get some interior guys up to speed. I really think you can make up for it a little bit with some freaking separation. That one play, again, where did I write it down? At the 54-minute mark of this game, just says it all. Justin Herbert, the perspective was from behind him. He was looking for somebody, man, and every single target was covered. Herbert with some separation is a different creature altogether. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, he couldn't separate, but man, he was really good in 50-50 situations, so defenses had to throw extra resources at him constantly. But man, dude, you got to get him some help. Big time. Anyway, this game is kind of helped spelling some of that out. Sometimes it takes a disaster to force action. Chargers just have not been good on offense. Hopefully that disaster forces Joe Ortiz to say, hey, it's time. Let's go out there. Let's throw in some bids. Let's see what people are willing to move on from. Let's call up the Panthers for Deontay Johnson. Let's call up the Browns for David Njoku. The Giants may be a good trade partner for Darius Slayton. You know, there's some talent out there. But we need somebody out there to help Justin Herbert desperately. We don't need wide receiver. We need O-line. And I agree. And I'm going to be pounding the table next offseason for O-line big time at center and guard. Big time. But the problem is you bring in a center or guard right now. That, again, like I said, that position takes so long to gel. It's rare that they can come in and make a big impact mid-season. Wide receiver, tight end, that's the exception. You can come in week 1, week 2, and start making contributions right away. But this Chargers team, they need to make up for the fact that interior is so bad. And the only way you do that is with good receivers that can separate, get open early, and let Justin Herbert get rid of the football. And guys like, again, Njoku, Johnson, Slater, all these guys, they feel like good targets for the Chargers in the offseason. Action Dan at 65. What's up, dude? Remember, for 6 months. 6 months it's been already. He says, time for Minter to work his magic and adjust this defense. Yeah, it feels like the second half Chargers defense has remained consistently good. Chargers, again, offense. If they can continue picking up the pace a little bit, I think we have some hope. Action Dan, thank you so much, man. Is anyone available to trade for interior offensive line to pair with Njoku? Funny enough, what's the guard's name in Cleveland as well? Because I love Cleveland, and I love targeting their players for trade because they run a very, I wouldn't say similar offense to us, but what we want to run is what they're running. And what was his name? Is it Wyatt? Something like that? There's guys out there I think that we could get our hands on. But again, I think we have to draft that position or grab it in the off season in terms of adding those players to the roster because it just takes too long. It takes too long to get everybody up to speed. That position is so tricky. You have to be like a hive mind. You have to really get in each other's heads and know each other's tendencies and really work in tandem that way. And just bringing somebody in the middle of the season, it could work, but I would say the success rate is much lower than grabbing a playmaker. Wyatt Teller, that's right, Wyatt Teller. That would be fun, right? I don't know if he's available. I don't even know if Njoku's available. But the Browns are in a huge financial pickle next season, having to pay Deshaun Watson $70-80 million due next season. Not over a few seasons, which I guess that's probably what I would do if I were them. But like all next season, they got to pay him. And that may force them to say, hey, if we get a halfway decent offer for Njoku or somebody, we got to take it. Anyway, give me a second, guys. I got to stretch my legs here. We're going to go to our friends at ExpressVPN, and we'll be right back to break down the first half, what went right, what went wrong, and I think a little bit more talk for the trade deadline as it quickly approaches. This team needs help, and there is help available out there. A season that you don't want to give up on with an awesome defense. A Justin Herbert on the field. You can't waste it. We'll be right back after a few minutes from our friends at ExpressVPN.
Football, the lifeblood of the American people.
Unfortunately, it's insanely difficult to actually watch football right now. Sure, we won the battle with cable TV, but at what cost? Look at this. This is by NBC New York. You need Peacock, Amazon Prime, Netflix, ESPN Plus, and the big one, YouTube TV with NFL Sunday Ticket. It all adds up to a staggering $857. And here's the kicker. You'll still run into blackouts. I'm sorry, that's just not for me. I'm sticking to old reliable NFL Game Pass. Imagine for a second that if the NFL had a reasonably priced subscription service that gave you access to every single game, no blackouts, no jumping between different subscription services every week. That's annoying. You turn it on, there you go. NFL football. You know what? It exists. It's called NFL Game Pass. Something I've used for a long time, and honestly the way it should be in purchasing NFL content. Let's be real. All that other stuff is goofy and ridiculous. Here's the problem, though. NFL Game Pass is not available in the United States. This is only available to international audiences, which is absolutely crazy to me. Fortunately, though, it's something that we can get around. So if you're cool with jumping through a few hoops, I'll show you how to watch NFL football at a fraction of the cost of Sunday Ticket and all that other stuff. Here's how it works. Basically, we're going to bounce our signal to a country that has access to the glorious NFL Game Pass app. We need a VPN. For those of you who don't know what a VPN is, it's just a little tool that helps you put your signal somewhere else, keeps you safe from cyber threats, gives you access to all sorts of internet content that's otherwise exclusive to other places in the world, stuff like Netflix shows, Amazon, etc., etc. But we're here for the NFL, man, and man, this has been my tried and true method for years and years and years. So no more fluff. Here's how it's done. Step 1, grab a VPN. I'm not going to tell you which, it's a free country, but I've used several myself trying to make sure this method works. The best one for me has by far and away been ExpressVPN, because you want a VPN that's fast, gives you the best quality of live football while watching the game. So hit up expressvpn.com, or better yet, use my link in the description. That'll get you a better deal, secure you 3 free months. Very simple to sign up, super cheap, and trust me, it's worth it. It'll save you a lot of headaches down the road. And if for whatever reason this is all too complicated, or you run into a roadblock, you can absolutely get your money back with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Help minimize the risk here. All right, so you got ExpressVPN, you downloaded the app. Please make sure the app is up to date before doing this next step. Pretty important. Step 2, you're going to open up ExpressVPN and connect to a country that has access to NFL Game Pass. See, this one, das is good. Das is very good. That's the one, okay? I would do that one. At this point, you exist in that wonderful land, and you can now go to this step, which is go to DAZN.com. I think that's how you say it. DAZN, DAZN, DAZN.com. At this point, it's super simple. Again, with the VPN active, go create an account. You'll then be greeted by this page. You're going to want to go ahead and select Super Sports, that package right there. It includes the NFL. It's got a couple other cool things like NBA, etc., etc. So if it's your cup of tea, you got a couple extra sports you have access to right there. Me, I'm here for NFL football. At this point, you can go yearly or monthly. Since I'm a broke boy, I'm going to go with the monthly package, which, let's be honest, a lot of us only really need this for like 4 or 5 months anyway. For those of you who are wondering, those prices convert to roughly around the same, maybe $1 or $2 more. And at this point, it's time to pay up. Now, again, if you're not sure if this is going to work, I would highly recommend going with the monthly just to make sure everything's good and working. We understand how to lay the land, at which point you put in your information. I don't know if other payment methods work. I just used a credit card. It went through just fine. And boom, you're in. At this point, you can go ahead and scroll through a lot of the catalog here. Again, there's other sports, but in terms of the NFL, there's games already listed on the slate there. You can watch NFL Network right off the bat right now. But keep in mind, to watch every single game, you might have to add on NFL Game Pass, because right now you have DAZN. To do that, you'll go here, you'll see this page, and you'll think to yourself, oh man, Director, another, what, 17, 18 bucks a month? Trust me, it's worth it. And I'm not even sure if you have to do that. You'll still get access to a bunch of other games. I just happen to want every game, all the time, everywhere, and no blackouts. And again, even if you add all this stuff up, it's still way cheaper than adding up all the other things to get access to football. Little math here. The Zone, 27 bucks a month. But worth it. NFL Game Pass, 18 bucks a month. A VPN, roughly 7 bucks a month. This all adds up to about 52 bucks a month. You times that by 4 for the regular season. That's like $200 instead of $850, folks. While also avoiding like a billion subscription services that you'll probably forget to cancel anyway. As an added cherry on top, you can pay for it monthly. If you want Sunday Ticket, it's going to be big bananas up front. At this point, you're good to go. You can access the catalog. Everything's up and running. Just a few tips here, okay? Please make sure your VPN is fired up before logging into DAZN.com. If not, you'll get a prompt like, "You're not from around these parts, are you?" Or however you say it in German. As long as you're logged into the app in the same location you made your account, you should have access. Another tip, there's apps. Glorious apps for ExpressVPN. What I like to do is an extension on Google Chrome. I especially enjoy it on my phone, so I can send the game straight to my TV when I got company over. It may still also work on a Fire Stick. I don't remember. Either way, this is the best surefire way to get the biggest bang for your buck. No blackouts, no jumping through hoops of different subscription services every week. Just log into the VPN, log into DAZN.com, get watching football. Simple enough, and it won't cost you an arm, leg, and your firstborn. Please remember to use my link in the description for ExpressVPN.com or code DIRECTOR at checkout. Help me help you. It's football season, baby. All right, we are back. Shout out to the sponsor, ExpressVPN, keeping everybody online and giving them access to the game, at least for myself, for years and years now. Check out the link in the description if you guys want 3 free months to get started there. Of course, at this point, probably get the 6 months and be good for the rest of the season. Be happy with that, because I think it even goes into the offseason with that deal. Got to draft and all that kind of stuff. All right, baby, here we go. First half Chargers Saints. This is a weird one. Not gonna lie, this is a weird one. This one's got my blood boiling a little bit. Mrs. Director just came down and talked to me about how frustrated she was seeing Shepard literally try to gator roll Justin Herbert's knee out of its socket, and the Chargers getting called for unnecessary roughness and trying to protect their quarterback. Absolutely unacceptable. Refs also almost cheated the Chargers out of a touchdown back of the end zone, Simi Fehoko. Despite that, the Chargers found a way to score. Feels like that's sort of the narrative for this season, not just for the Chargers, but of many teams in the NFL. You got to beat both the team and the refs, depending on the situation and environment, and the Chargers are no exception to that rule this season. It's been weird. But outside of that, you also have the issue of the Chargers team themselves. That doesn't, excuse what we've seen from the Chargers offense these past couple of weeks. The misconstruction is that we're putting it all on the refs. Absolutely not. The offense has got to get things going. Ortiz, Harbaugh, especially Greg Roman, these guys have either got to figure it out or get some help immediately. And for some people not willing to do that, saying, hey, it's a lost season, this, that, blah, 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 blah. I'll tell you right now, if it were my team and I had a number one defense in the NFL and I had Justin Herbert, no way in heck am I ever throwing in the towel. I'm doing whatever I can to get this team going and right the ship on offense, because right now it looks just so bad. We talked about Njoku, we talked about Johnson, we talked about a lot of different opportunities for the Chargers to add a playmaker. Hopefully that's something that they do execute on very, very soon. The Chargers just kicked it right back to the Saints, who returned it to the 40. Really good return by them. Real quickly, though, before we do get into the second half of football, some of these light stats here. Justin Herbert, not great through the air. Concerning. But pretty good on the ground. Kind of, again, a little bit concerning given he's our leading rusher. Spencer Rattler with 138. Also concerning. This whole game concerning for the Chargers. Hopefully they're able to figure it out quick. Here comes the next play by Alvin Kamara. I think I say Kamara. They're saying Kamara. It's making me confused. Alvin Kamara is going to pick up just a couple of yards. It's a second down for the Saints. Let me get things set up here, and let's get back to it, dudes. Director for Chargers OC. You will literally see me on the sideline playing Madden. I'm just going to say, do this. Whatever I'm doing on Madden, you do that. We signed T. Billy. Yeah, he was awesome. We had a good record with T. Billy, did we not? Fuming about the offset penalty with a dude buckling. Dude, you have no. Yeah, I was literally, me and Mrs. Director were just talking about it. We were pissed. Here comes Rattler throwing underneath. It's Kamara again, and he picks up a couple yards. It sets up a 3rd and 3 for the Saints. But Kamara, just forgive me. Whatever it is, it's what it is. Okay. Doing a good job at keeping this team moving despite not having Derek Carr. Oh, it's an incomplete pass, though. The refs didn't catch it. It hit the ground before Kamara had his hands on it. Are they going to call it, please? Okay, incomplete. They did take it back. Holy crap. I was like, how much more can we take? It actually took Jim Harbaugh threatening to throw the red flag for them to go out there and change it. I was like, wow, that's as clear as it gets. It hit the ground. Harbaugh's on the sideline holding the red flag. Like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to do this again. I'm gonna have to do it. Yeah, and there was 2 refs in the shot, like one this way and one that way, looking at it. And it still took Jim Harbaugh taking the red flag out of his pocket. That's crazy. They used the replay assist? Yeah, they did. Be good chat. 3rd and 7. Alvin Kamara. Are they going to be looking at him again? Watch the flats. They've been attacking it all day. And watch Spencer Rattler. He might want to take off on this one. Rattler, he's going to fire underneath. Hits 84. And guess who hits 84? Tareeb Still, getting him down immediately. It's a 4th and 3. Tareeb Still, man. Tareeb Still has been such a pleasure watching this season. The Chargers have done it again. It's crazy that some of our best corners on this squad were drafted late the past couple of seasons. Jasir Taylor and Dean Leonard have been awesome for this squad when they're on the field. Then here comes Cam Hart and Tareeb Still, also late round picks that have just been so good for this team. I don't know what it is. These guys see the matrix in terms of cornerback value late in the round, man, late in the draft, man. It's been so cool seeing that position figure it out every year with these late round rookies. I'm extremely happy with Hart and Tareeb. Tareeb Still has been incredible in coverage, and Hart has been very good in the perimeter, but also extremely physical in support and run support, and that is something that this team definitely wanted on defense. Please, guys, please, with me, number 29 in the chat, fill it up. Let's get 29 and even 20s in recognition of this rookie pairing coming in for the Chargers this year. 20 and 29. These guys have been insanely good for where they were drafted. And a great tackle by Still, too. Yeah, very well defended. They've been awesome. They have been awesome. Alt, McConkey, Colson, Still, Hart, Vidal, still nothing from Eboigbe or Rice. That's what drives me crazy. If I could go back and criticize one thing from the draft, it's that, well, again, we'll see what happens with Eboigbe. He could end up being good, but man, I was literally pounding the table, screaming, trying to get an offensive lineman on this squad, because there were some really good ones. I think at that point, it was Bo Limmer and Cedric Van Pran that I was like, get him. 4th round, let's do it. Need a center. Real bad. It didn't happen. And I don't know about Cedric Van Pran. Did he end up going to the Falcons? No, he was from Georgia. I don't remember where he ended up going. But Bo Limmer, dude, that dude's been insane. And what's crazy is that, I mean, he ended up going a lot sooner, so I think he went in the 2nd round, actually, so there was no way we were ever going to get him. But Zach, oh my God, it's not Zach Center. What's the other one? The Steelers' new center, which we were hyping up all offseason too. He's been one of the best centers in football. Crazy. Zach Frazier, thank you. Zinner was from Michigan. Frazier has been insane this season too. Would have loved to get my hands on one of those centers. And this class has some good ones too, by the way. We're going to be on the market for one this upcoming draft. Also, keep an eye on. I mean, I don't know if he's coming back. He looked fine at the end of the game. I was watching it last night. But Connor Pay from BYU. All I'm going to say is that I've been watching plenty of him, and he could be a huge target for the Chargers. I would say probably the 4th round, 5th round. We'll see. Byronic with the $5 house up. Director, I won't lie, I haven't paid attention this season. Is Harbaugh a good coach, or what's the issue with the Bolts? I would say, and people are not going to like me saying this, yes, Harbaugh's a great coach, and I think we're off to an okay start, but we got some problems on offense that need to be straightened out, for sure. Here comes Justin Herbert on the play action. He's going to throw a deep bomb. Oh, it's wide open, Josh Palmer! We got our first one of the day. 27-yard H-bomb to Josh Palmer, and the Chargers are at the 37-yard line. This is what we're missing. Guys, look at the defense. Everybody's playing low because we don't attack the sidelines anymore. They use Josh Palmer to do just that, and guess what? Huge 30-yard pickup. You do that enough times, then maybe you can start getting some space underneath for Ladin and company. Yes. Yes. Here comes the carry. It's Vidal. He's going to round the corner, pick up 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. That's what I'm freaking talking about, man. 10's in the chat for the H-bomb. 5's in the chat for our guy Josh Palmtrees. Yes. We need that play alone shows you exactly why we need a perimeter guy and why it doesn't need to be a speed option either. Just needs to be somebody that you can actually throw the ball to, whether it be in 50-50 situations like Mike Williams or guys that can get open like Deontay Johnson. You need somebody out there. Herbert, once again, he's going deep, incomplete, looking for Simi Fehoko. Fehoko ran inside, Herbert threw outside. Obviously a miscommunication right there, 3rd and 6. Should have a graphic for ball position, down and yards to go. It's tricky. I mean, I might look into it. I'll look into it. I do have something. I just don't turn it on very often because I felt it was intrusive. Hang on. I'll leave that on for a little bit. All right, here comes 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking, fires sideline. It is incomplete, looking for Will Dissly. That pressure got in there real quick. Chargers got to punt it away. Man. Mahomes got hurt. I need some help on offense, man. What's crazy is that it's all being spelled out in this game, though. Like, the reason... Oh, that's a nice punt, by the way. JK's, he's turned it back on. He looks like his old self again. They have to start from the 5. It's all being put on display this game. Yeah, see, that's why I don't turn that on too often. It gets kind of crazy. It's all being put on display this game. You got that perimeter play to Josh Palmer, which he doesn't use that part of the field too often, right? Just having him there showed that, hey, the reason he's so open is because the Saints don't feel the need to defend that far back. They're going to be in the flat. They're going to be underneath because that's where Justin Herbert likes to check down to 9 out of 10 times. That's why you need a perimeter guy. Because if you had Mike Williams, and the reason why Mike Williams was such a big part of this offense in the past is because you had to have that corner cover Mike on the outside. And you had to have a safety ready to come help him too, because that's a 50-50 guy. He doesn't need to be fast. He doesn't need to be crafty. He doesn't need to be separating. He didn't be a route runner. He just had to be a threat to hit a 50-50. And when you pair that with a quarterback that's not afraid to throw those 50-50 balls, and then the success rate on top of that is less 50-50 and more 60-40, 30-70, all of a sudden, coverage is going to look way different. And when coverage looks different up top, you're going to see a lot more space underneath. And when you see more space underneath, that's when you see in years past, and this is a big reason in my opinion. He's a great, talented, player, but a big reason in my opinion why Austin Eckler was so good with this team. Because the Chargers were constantly pushing the defense, but you had to respect Herbert and those weapons. You had to. And because of that, Eckler had some space, man. Every time you hit him underneath, every time he hit the flat, every time that he was open, as a check down option, he had some space to just book it. And the Chargers, without that perimeter threat right now, are just begging teams to just sit low, play it safe. There's no threat to the outside. There's no threat to the perimeter. Don't even worry about it. They're not going to throw it. They don't have the guys to utilize that part of the field. That is why trade. That is why Joe Ortiz is up. Like, the ball's in his court. Like, he's up. Like, you got to make a move. You need somebody that can challenge that part of the field and get these guys open. And you can do the same thing over the middle as well with a good tight end that's fast. Will Dissly, even Hayden Hurst, these guys aren't particularly fast. There's not a lot of reason to, step back a little bit. You can still play low. But you get a guy like Njoku. I mean, we're not going to get these guys, but Kyle Pitts and Dalton Kincaid, they got a little bit of speed behind them. All of a sudden, the middle becomes a little bit more vulnerable to a mesh or slant or something that, a Ladd McConkey can take advantage of. We got to get it. We got to get somebody in here. Really hope this game doesn't come down the same way as last week, because it feels last week's game. Yeah, me too. Me too, Tara. That's what we need is tight end. Yep. So you can get the same result from two different things. The thing I love about tight end, though, is that it's going to help you in the run game a lot, too. There are tight ends that could be available that do affect that. Derwin James just almost blew that play up. Crap. Instead, it's a first down. Kendre Miller's a beast. Miller, who could have gotten tackled in the end zone via a beautifully read and timed play by Derwin James, broke a bunch of tackles and picked up a first down at the New Orleans 15-yard line. That was unbelievable. Kendre Miller just made a big play, man. That's on Miller. He's a good football player. Here comes the next play. It's Miller. It's 5 yards and a 2nd and 5 coming up. Dylan just subscribed. Thank you so much, Dylan. Oh, that's why we don't have that, because it covers up all of the notifications, the little things for you guys down there. I'll maybe figure out a way to get the downs and yardage and all that kind of stuff on here next week. See if I can design something. Maybe right underneath my... Actually, that's not a bad idea. If I went to the wide and I just put it in this little section here, that might work. We'll see. Here comes 2nd and 5. Rattler. Oh, he's going down. Oh, it's Mr. Iron Man himself, Scott Matlock, with the sack. Our fullback just got back there, and Scott Matlock logs, I think, his first sack of the season. That's minus 6 yards on the game, dude. Whoo! 44's in the chat for Iron Man, dude. And I don't know how common knowledge this is, but Iron Man in football, which was established back, what was this, in like the 50s or 40s, is a player that plays both sides of the field. That's what an Iron Man is referred to. That's one of the rare Iron Men that you see in the NFL today. Here comes the next pass. It's over the middle and intercepted. No! Dropped by Alohi Gilman. Insane pressure from the middle linebacker. Dan Henley forces a bad pass, and it's in and out of the hands of Alohi Gilman. Still a great play by the Chargers to get a 3-and-out, forcing a punt. Man, a lot of fighting between this team, dude. We're fighting more with the Saints than we do the Raiders today. And here comes the punt by the Saints. Man, dude. Alohi Gilman almost made a huge, huge play. Here comes 4th down and the punt. And Ladd McConkey with the return. He's going to dance around, try and find some more space. Does pick up, I'll say, an extra 5 or 6 yards because of those moves. And the Chargers will start at around the 40. Let's go. That Dan Henley blitz, dude, that was nice. He was right like that. Ooh, he had some burst in that blitz, man. He got home quick. Zeros in the chat for Dan Henley, man. Yeah, that was on him. That was a great 3rd down play by Dan Henley. Zeros in the chat for him. Must score a touchdown. Yeah, dude, I'm about it. Like we gotta We got to prove to ourselves that after this week, when we're facing not the 32nd ranked defense, that we can still move the football. We have to do it. We must. If we don't trade for a wide receiver before the deadline, the season is cooked. There's only one thing that I think saves us from that result of a just purely horrible offense for the rest of the season and if we don't trade, is if DJ Chark actually turns out to be the perimeter threat that we've been praying for. Like, he is actually the savior. The thing is that DJ Chark is not super healthy from what we understand. And that's where, if you're betting on DJ Chark, that's where a trade for Mike Williams becomes like mandatory. It's like, hey, if Chark goes down, we're right back to square one. You got to get a backup plan in here. A $3 million one-season commitment to Mike Williams is a great idea to accomplish that. And if Mike Williams goes down, you got DJ Chark. If DJ goes down, you got Mike Williams. You have to have a backup plan because right now you got nobody. So I don't know. Mike Williams to feed families. I mean, yeah. And again, some people don't want him, and I completely understand why. You know, it was a tough, break for a long time. He was off the field more often than not. He did seem to regress a little bit last season, but the fact of the matter is there is no wide receiver that will be available for trade or even in free agency that will make as quick of an immediate impact as Mike Williams back with Justin Herbert. The chemistry's already there. Mike could literally step onto the field and do what he was doing last season. He missed probably the same amount of games in some seasons due to injury and then came back and made a big impact. We already know that all of that exists. So in terms of time to integrate, familiarity, chemistry, price, commitment, all that stuff adds up to an excellent, excellent investment for the Chargers mid-season. You have Rice. And Rice, who knows what's going on with him, man. Saint with the 5 says Fox and Saint O-line are hard beef. And yeah, we saw a couple of clips of that, dude. They're showing it, but man, there's a lot more extra actions happening. This
Dallas
one's a heck of a game. That's crazy, dude.
Keep up.
Here comes Dobbins on his first carry of the drive, trying to spin out. It's going to be no gain.
P.S.
Second down coming up.
Call me Face.
We're going to go with Face. Just Face now. In your face. All right, Face. $10 Hollis is Dallas representing once again. Keep up the positive energy. This may be a strange game, but a win is a win. Bolt up. You can call me Face. I will call you Face, my friend. Thank you so much, man. Face! I don't know. I may be too old for that. Or too young. Thank you so much, Face. I appreciate the support there, man. Our friends down in Dallas. Let's bolt up down south, baby. Bolt up sounds down south. Here comes the long ball by Justin Herbert. Oh, Ladd McConkey somehow caught it. McConkey with the moves is down to the 10, the 5. McConkey, it's a touchdown, Chargers. Oh, what happened? Dude, no way McConkey just did that. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's the best offensive play of the season for the Chargers. Get out of town, McConkey. No way. McConkey, one-on-one with number 1, somehow comes up with a clutch catch, puts on the moves, puts 2-3 defenders on skates, and gets into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, Chargers. That is the best play of the season for the Chargers offense by far. And here comes Action Dan with the 10, baby. Let's go. That is the way you unlock this offense. Do not let them take the deep ball for granted, baby. Oh, that is a bomb, dude. Unbelievable effort by Herbert and Ladd McConkey. And we may have seen the beginnings of a beautiful relationship between McConkey and Justin Herbert. Herbert loves testing one-on-ones. We don't have the guys to do that as often, but McConkey separates himself beautifully, putting some space between him and the defender, just enough for that ball to squeeze into his grip, and then takes off, puts on the clinic moves, the signature moves that he's known for, and gets into the end zone for the score. That was an amazing touchdown. Beautiful touchdown, baby. Oh, my word. Oh, that was an incredible play, dudes. Shh, don't tell teacher. Dude. Oh, we needed that so bad, dude. We needed that so bad. Here comes the Saints offense, starting from the 30. It's Rattler, has to kind of throw it out of bounds awkwardly. And Harbaugh's pointing at the sideline saying, hey, that's intentional grounding. It says it didn't reach the line of scrimmage. That's intentional grounding. That would push back the Saints real bad. That's intentional grounding right there, dude. Hey, dudes, guys, huge shout out. Are you serious, dudes? Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess you can't dispute it that much. It was intentional grounding. But Agbonia got a piece of him when he was out of bounds, and they're going to call unnecessary roughness, which pushes the Saints up to the 45. I hate everything about the officiating this season, man. Guys, give Action Dan some love. He gifted another 10 while we were hyping up the Ladd McConkey touchdown. Thank you so much, Action Dan. Here comes the next carry. It's Taysom Hill who picks up 3. Big love to Action Dan, man. We got Marcos Jimenez. We got Two Tone Sports. All you guys, give him some love for the gifted subs. And then right after that, we got another one from Aaron Adams who gifted another 5 subs. Y'all are crazy, man. Thank you so much for all the support. Sinister and Amanda Henderson and Jesse and Logan. Give your guy Aaron Adams a huge thank you for the gifted sub. Here comes the next play. Spencer Rattler looking, fires over the middle, looking for a target, hits Olave, and that's a big play, first down Saints. Face coming back, he says, Don Clark coming back saying $10 holla. Trying to digest what I just saw. I wish we had a second, 2 other wide receivers I could count on. The kid has a chance to be good. He just needs some help. Let's go. Yeah, you're absolutely right. McConkey, the biggest relationship that I can... we'll come back to that in a second. Here comes a Kamara handoff. It's going to be 3 yards and a 2nd and 6 coming up. 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up. The biggest example that I can kind of remember is DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Like, Lockett was already good, and then you add Metcalf, this other, threat that can stretch the field at that sort of speed. Lockett had some really good seasons when that pairing was put together. I see the same thing happening when you get Ladd McConkey some space provided from some other perimeter guys. I think it could be really, really good for him. Thank you so much. $10 holla, Don Clark. I appreciate that. Here comes another carry. Kendre Miller, who's got some insane balance. Picks up a first down, but there is a flag on the play. Thank you again so much, Don Clark. I appreciate that. William coming in, joining the crew. Thank you so much, man. Unfortunately for Miller, there's been some holding that's pushing them back 10. It's going to be a 2nd and 16 coming up. 2nd and 16. Wow, dude, Ladd McConkey. That's a highlight play right there. That's what I needed to see. Joey Bosa in, Spencer Rattler over the middle, and it's incomplete, but dude, was it open? Was it open? John, we got lucky with the drop right there, but that middle zone was open again. Jawan Johnson, an athletic tight end, in and out of his hands. What is going on? There's this just soft part in that zone above Dan Henley and below Alohi Gilman that they just keep feasting on. Crazy. Where's Bosa? He's on a limited snap count, but he got half a sack already today. He's back on the field right now. Joey Bosa on the right side. Here comes Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. Spencer Rattler over the middle. Almost hits Chris Olave in the same spot, But luckily, I couldn't tell who. I think it was Henley. Somebody got a hand on the ball, altered the trajectory, and it falls harmlessly to the ground. No, it was Derwin James. And Tuli Tuipulotu got a hand on it. We got to better defend that zone, dude. Chris Olave almost came up with a big play. It ends up being the edge player, Tuli Tuipulotu, in coverage. That rescues that from being a huge first down for the Saints. Tuli, dude, 45's in the chat. Athletic play by Tuli to save us on that drive. Here comes the punt. It goes into the end zone. Chargers will start at the 20. Man, that was a good play by Tuli, dude. We were cooked. Olave was wide open in the middle of that field. Safety dropping too deep, leaving that pass open. Yeah, is it a cover 3? I couldn't quite see. Bolt up, everybody. You win in a trade for Olave? Kind of. Olave's proven to me that he can be a number 1, but I kind of want like more of a perimeter guy. Olave kind of gives you another lad sort of option. You know what I mean? Which, of course, you could use him outside, but I want a more traditional, big, lengthy, if you can get some speed, but physical outside wide receiver to help this offense. That's kind of where I'm at. What happened to Derek Carr? Was it an oblique? I don't remember, but he was not practicing all week. He's gonna miss one more. Yeah. Is that right? I think oblique, Aaron. McConkey has his first 100-yard game. Oh. Did we already say 15s on the chat, baby? For Lad McConkey. His first 100-yard game. His biggest play in his career so far in the NFL. That was just absolutely beautiful. 15s in the chat for Lad McConkey, man. That guy was amazing. That was one of the best offensive play of the season was in this game. And not just that, but the ability to come down with that pass at all was insane. But the moves he put on afterwards, my, oh my, was that impressive. That was impressive. Roman isn't the answer. And I agree. I still am not convinced on Greg Roman, but there's a mixture happening that could be unlocked with some help for Justin Herbert. You can mix in a little bit of Greg Roman and give Justin Herbert to do what he does and find a lot of success. They just don't have those pieces right now. And McConkey can't do it all. You give him some help, and then I think good things are coming. At minimum, we need DJ Chark back on the field, but I still, again, we need to make a move. Here comes 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Justin Herbert looking. He's going to get sacked. It's the giant friggin' defensive tackle, man. Look at that dude's belly. Colin Saunders? He must be a 350-pound beast who's moving like he was a running back. Is this the guy that picked off somebody and then ran it back with some crazy speed? Is that the same guy from a few weeks ago? I remember seeing a clip of him on Twitter. Is that the guy that intercepted and then started running like crazy? You're like, how's this man moving so quick? Is that him? Dude's crazy. Dude's crazy for his size. That's him? Yeah. 2nd and 20. McConkey in motion. Herbert looking. He's got a fire over the middle. Hits Will Dissly. Picks up, what is that, like 6? It's going to be a 3rd and very long. 3rd and very long. Yeah, Zion's kind of getting chewed up this game, dude. Zion Johnson's not looking good. That reminds me of Antonio Brown. Kind of. He reminds me a lot, funny enough, of that example in Tyler Lockett. He reminds me of Lockett. Zion is the new Michael Davis. Thank you for the $2 holla. Justin Herbert. Oh, lots of pressure. He's got to run away. Herbert on the run. What's he going to do? He's going to throw it. Yes, he is. Herbert on the run throws a really deep ball. And it's going to be way too far. 4th and 14. Chargers got a punt. I'm keeping an eye on Zion again, dude. It was more of just a free man off the edge. No, that wasn't on Zion. Zion was definitely not good, but Will Dissly did not pick up his man on the edge. That forced Justin Herbert out of the pocket immediately. That was a miss on Will Dissly. Can we bring Gates out of retirement for real, dude? J.K. Scott's going to boot it. Almost blocked, which is insane. Here comes the return, and he didn't call a fair catch, and he got clobbered. Was that Nick Neiman? Is he back? Am I so out of the know here? And then, is it Boodle? That was a nice special teams play. A big hit. Was that Nick Neiman out there? He's one of our best special teams players, man. That's good to see him back. DiCaprio Boodle. Nice. Is Cooper Kupp not happening? No. After they won that game, they said that he's off the table. Here comes a quick throw to Taysom Hill, who's going to pick up. I think he picked up the first. He's very close. Boodle cheeks. Herbert is getting, yeah, he is. Offensive line. That's going to be something Jim Harbaugh obsesses over this offseason. Mark my words. There's going to be some movement this offseason for offensive line. Not to mention, we got like I think, again, last I checked, it was $70-80 million in cap. Like, we're going to be buyers for O-line this offseason, which I'm actually pretty cool on. I love drafting, but if we can buy an offensive line, I'm about it too. We've done a lot of drafting. We've given 3 first-round picks to offensive line. I'm good buying some too. Now we need a center, we need a guard, and I'm feeling real good about the offensive line, and I think we can buy it. Use those first-round picks and second-round picks for skill position players that lately are contributing a lot more in their rookie seasons, particularly running back. Give me a second-round running back at least. Here comes 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 41. Here comes number 3 to Chris Olave, who picks up 7. Jake Hayner's in. Wait, what happened to Rattler? Did he get benched? Wait. What happened to Spencer Rattler? After you mentioned Gates, I read something about him making the top 50 finalists for the 2025 Hall of Fame. He better make it this season, dude. That'd be crazy if he missed 2 years in a row. It's unacceptable. What happened to Rattler? Here comes Kamara, and Kamara broke. Dude, Kamara just broke 3 tackles. He's all the way down to the 30. Holy Kamara, dude. He looked like he was wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. He broke through like 3 tackles. That was an LT move right there. Underneath is Taysom Hill. Taysom's throwing it back. Bud Dupree just saved it, dude. It was back in the hands of Alvin Kamara, dude. Oh, man. Bud Dupree, 48's in the chat. He just saved that. He just saved the day, dude. Holy crap. Taysom Hill. The sidearm to Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill back to Alvin Kamara. And then Kamara was getting ready to take off, and Bud Dupree saves the day. I mean, if you got Taysom Hill, I don't see why you don't run that. That was a crazy play. Could have been an interception. It could have been. But yeah, Dupree, he saved it at the last second. That was a tricky play. Here comes a carry. I think it's Miller. It's Williams. It's Jamal Williams. I keep forgetting that he's on the Saints. Jamal Williams. How old is he now? They love themselves some old running backs. There's no downside to getting Mike Williams. I really don't think there is. It's such a low risk for the reward, potentially, you know. Down with the 2 says DiCaprio Boodle, Nebraska legend. Go Nebraska legend. Boodle. 3rd and 5. Big down. Big down. See what the Chargers do here. They're at the 25, 30. Here comes the pass to the sticks, and it's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended target, is going to drop it. And this is going to, I would assume the field goal unit's going to come out because an 8-16 game is a one possession lead for the Chargers. I would assume here comes the field goal kicker. Did you say Bosa was limping? Are you serious? Okay, so the field goal is good. Chargers still maintain the lead 16-8. Isn't injured, he's on a snap count. Yeah, he's on a snap count. I'm hoping that he's on the trajectory to come back permanently because yeah, it's been a tough year for him. Did you catch that interview that he did? They're showing him on the sideline. They're showing Bosa struggling on the sideline again, dudes. Did you guys see that interview with him this last week? It was heartbreaking, for sure. Saying that he feels like he's letting down his team, his fans, coaching, everybody, because he can't stay healthy and that he's in the most pain he's ever been in his life and he can't sleep and all this kind of stuff. And he just wants to be back out there with his guys and, of course, Khalil Mack. And he's one of my favorite players. I know a lot of people disagree. I still love Joey Bosa. That sucks. That eats me up inside. Yeah. I feel hard for Joey Bosa. That sucks. Chargers are going to bring this out. And they're going to get past the 30. So it does give us a little extra. That was crazy that he brought that out. It's a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. He took a big hit, too. You still rep your Bosa jersey? Oh, yeah, me too. I'll wear my Bosa jersey. I'll wear my Bosa jersey proudly all the time. It's just, it's to that point where I'm just worried about his day-to-day. You know, that sucks. That much pain management. Outside of football, it's hard not to feel. Here comes the first carry of the drive for Dobbins, who's almost spun out. He did! J.K. Dobbins just spun out of another tackle. He's going for 15 yards just about. Another big play by Dobbins. Nice play, J.K. He spun out of 2 or 3 different guys trying to tackle him. He said he was watching. Man, dude, it was that big guy again, too. Saunders, the number 50 athletic defensive tackle that was all over him. But J.K. was able to slip out and pick up 15. Let's go, Dobbins. In motions, Josh Palmer. It's another Dobbins carry, and Dobbins slips in another tackle and then picks up 2. Man, they were in the backfield once again. Dobbins having to make something happen on that one. That would have been a loss of 4. Yeah, Dobbins is turning it on, dude. You got the 99 Joey Bosa jersey? Me too, man. I was so hyped when we drafted him, dude. That's one of my earliest Chargers, I'm starting to really get invested in like the details of the NFL because mind you, I didn't get into the NFL until I was a teenager. I was like 14 or 15. Joey Bosa's draft year was the first year I was like really invested in the draft. It may have been a year or two before that. First pick where I was like, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? That was San Diego. Yes, it was San Diego. It was San Diego. It was San Diego. I was just trying to think about the years before that because that was like 2015, 2016, right? I mean, I had watched the draft and stuff years prior, but I think that was the first year where I was like really leading up to the draft night. Got together with my friends. It was really fun. Do I have a Mac jersey? I would say I do. How old am I? I'm 32. Yoda. Disley or Palmer out there? Yeah, we just, again... We're going to be talking a whole lot about it. I've already talked to everyone's ears off. Everyone's getting annoyed about it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to shut up. This team needs help, man. Like, this season is so worth it. I don't ever want to feel like we're giving up on a number one defense season because we don't have one or two playmakers that can help. I mean, we have playmakers. We just need somebody to open them up a little bit. You know what I mean? Hey, Hugo. Nothing wrong with that, dude. Here comes Justin Herbert on this next play, 2nd and 8. He's going to take off to the sideline. He got a little extra on the edge right there, man. You got to throw that flag, ref. You've got to throw that flag. He got tackled out of bounds. You do not do that to the quarterback. Why are we doing this? Why are we just letting this fly, man? There's Bradley Bozeman right next to him again. Like, hey, what are you guys doing? There's no accountability on the Saints literally beating up on the quarterback for no reason. Offensive holding, no offset penalty for roughing or unnecessary roughness on the tackle out of bounds. Are you kidding me? All right, here we go. 2nd and 18. Justin Herbert. He's going to throw way deep downfield. Finds Josh Palmer. Josh Palmer down the sideline to the 15-yard line. Yo! Herbert said, you know what? Bet. We're going to drive anyway. Try and call us against this, refs. Josh Palmer, beautiful first down Chargers. You're playing the Saints. You're playing the refs. Let's go, Josh Palmer. 5's in the chat. What a freaking ball by Justin Herbert and catch by Josh Palmer. Angry Herbert's my favorite Herbert. Oh, yes, sir. Underthrown a little bit, but it was through contact. Herbert pitching it. It's Kamani Vidal trying to find some space on the edge, and he's going to get wrapped up at the line. Another flag on the play. That may have been a hold. Chargers are not great executing them pitch and screens. Luckily, they're going to pick that one up. Good. Chargers 2nd and 9 coming up. That's a hold. 3rd and 8. Herbert. He's going to fake to the running back, instead throws over the middle to Will Dissly. It was a tight end screen. And they'll pick up a few. Chargers, can we just get a touchdown, man? Like, I get it. 3 points puts you in the range for, 3 or 2 possessions, but I just don't like that. I would love a touchdown, please and thank you. Eric Black with the 2. We need a Super Saiyan Justin Herbert effect. Yes, we do. I wonder if I can pull that off. I've used all my animation and designer powers. Pull that one. Ghost, I haven't tried that one, dude. I'm trying to get my hands on it. I would assume that would be my favorite. Herbert on 3rd and 8. Looking. Fires underneath. It's J.K. Dobbins. Has a little bit of space. Oh, Dobbins tripped. Oh, no. He only picked up a couple of yards. Oh, he slipped on that play. I think he was trying to cut. Ends up slipping. He had a lot of space. He had the one guy to beat. He had 0 to beat, and he slipped on what looks like a double move. And you're looking at a 4th and 6. Here comes Cam Dicker. He had one guy to beat, and it looked like he was about to if he hadn't slipped up on that play. Cam Dicker from 29 is good. That puts the Chargers up 19-8. With 11:55 left to go. Guys, remember what I said. I would still be disappointed if we didn't score at least 21 points against the Saints defense, which ranks 32 in the NFL. We're pretty close to it now. If anything, the 2 touchdowns on the day makes me feel a lot better. 3 would have made me feel even more confident, but got to continue just figuring it out. Survive this week and figure it out along the way. That's why I got so pissed at the Cardinals game. That ref decided the outcome. We had every right to survive that game. Every right. Refs took it away. And who knows what happens after this now. You get opportunities to go get some playmakers via trade. If the Chargers miss the postseason by 1 game, I swear to God. Anyway. Put a mirror behind me. I think they know what I would be doing, right? I sometimes even get nervous about that. Defense is rested and playing well. Yeah, we gotta match that energy on offense. It's been better this week. It's been a lot better this week, and I think again, even the success on offense puts on full display what the Chargers have to do: make a move. Ladd McConkey on the outside. If you have somebody whose speciality is to do that every single week, to play the sidelines and to get that, whether it's, again, with speed or physicality or whatever, to put a threat on the sidelines is going to really, really help Ladd McConkey and these guys get open. You want me to get a haircut? I mean, I guess it's almost time. I'm trying to figure out what I want to stick with. Every time I try something new, it just wants to do what it's going to do, and it's exactly that. Wearing powder blue Sproles, nice. Tight end could be a lot better. Yep. Again, I think tight end unlocks a whole lot of potential for this team. Whole lot of potential. Ian Allen's wearing an LA hat today. Nice. You can pull a Super Saiyan hairstyle. Oh, I could. Blue Mohawk one day. Because it's a home game, I have to say our powder blue throwback jersey. Nice, Hugo. Imagine if we had Njoku in this game. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I think tight end, that's why I want to trade for one, too. I wouldn't mind drafting one, absolutely, because it's a new era of tight ends that we're seeing. But tight ends, again, they take a while to develop. We would be trading for one in their prime, and we could bypass all of that time and just give Justin Herbert an awesome tight end weapon for the next, again, you could play Njoku for 5-6 years, and he would still be great, in my opinion. Tight end doesn't age the same way as receiver or running back. No way, Juan. Nothing would ever make me do that. Absolutely not. The Lord blessed me with a very healthy flow, and I'm not going to spit in his face. Walker with the 5. Herbert or Rivers? Me? It's hard because, like, Herbert has done so much in such a short period of time. But if I'm being honest, Rivers will always be my guy. I had so much fun. Most of my childhood and teenage years are from watching Phillip Rivers and just having the best time. Thank you, though, Walker, so much for the $5 holla. Appreciate that. In motion's number 21 for the Saints. It's going to be over the middle. Haener is going to pick up the first down via Chris Olave on the catch and run. And the Saints now have the ball at the 45-yard line. Again, it depends on the era. Some people will ride and die with Dan Fouts, which I completely respect. One of the best running or quarterbacks ever. I just happened to grow up in the Rivers era. Here comes the Chargers defense blowing up Jamal Williams. He'll get a 2-yard gain, and the Saints now at midfield. I'll say this. The Chargers have been blessed with a flurry of amazing quarterbacks in their history. And we are very lucky that we get to pick and choose an era that we enjoy as fans. Whether it's Fouts, whether it's Breeze even for a little while, Rivers, Herbert. It's a great team for quarterback. Here comes Haener. Looking, fires. He wants a deep ball down the middle, and it's going to be way too far for Chris Olave. And in step with him was Cam Hart. Cam Hart, some nice speed on that play. Was right on the toes of Chris Olave. Olave, I don't know, man. It would have been a 50-50 ball if it was thrown accurately. And you don't want to be in a physical match with Cam Hart in those situations. And Humphreys, yeah, Blake, or Burrell, yes, and Humphreys. My wife found a signed Stan Humphreys football at I think it was an estate sale not too long ago. I was like, who's this guy, number 12? Oh, it's Stan Humphreys. Anyway, 3 is going to throw it underneath, pressure in his face. Who was that? Who was in his face? Who was the DB in his face? He caused that underthrow. Who's the pass rusher in his face? That was Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack blew that thing up, dude. Caused a horrible pass. It's a 4th and 8. Saints have to punt this thing. 52's in the chat, baby. Eric with the 2. I always think about what if Breeze, LT, and Fitz. Yeah, I know. There's a couple franchises out there that are thinking that too. Was it the Steelers that also had a shot at him? Yeah. Fitz was probably one of my favorite football players of all time. I was always a Chargers fan, but I loved watching Larry Fitzgerald, dude. Him and LT, those were the days. And Troy Polamalu back then. Man, I loved Troy. I loved LT. I loved Larry Fitzgerald, dude. He's one of my favorite players of all. You know what? I've had this in my office for a long time. I love Larry Fitzgerald, dude. I would have loved to see him on the Chargers. He's one of my favorite players. And Doug Flutie. Yeah. I forgot. I was like, I'm missing still one. And Brian Dawkins, too, yeah. Here comes the next carry up the middle. I think that's Vidal. Picked up like 2 or 3. No, it's JK. Picked up 2 or 3 at 2nd and 7. Fitzgerald was great and one of the classiest guys to ever play. I think that's the other half of it. Like, he was so talented, but like he was one of the most like level-headed, intellectual, kind. Like his person, he was the kind of people you look up to. He's like a very Seau-esque, you know, in terms of like good person that's really good at football that you get to grow up watching. Like, great. Awesome. One of my favorites. Here comes, oh, dude. Justin Herbert had to throw it on the run. He had a guy on his heels in the end zone. Somehow doesn't cause a safety. I don't know who let that happen. It was literally as he snapped the ball. 96 off the edge. Are you serious? Herbert, being an insane athlete, able to get that ball away and make sure it's not a safety. But who Who messed up that bad? Holy crap. 3rd and 7. Herbert. Pump fake. Tries to escape, and he's going to get sacked at the 5. We got to punt this thing. What a horribly sloppy drive for the Chargers. Yikes. The offensive line play is so horrible, dude. And Quan Bolden was cool too. That era, man, you guys got me reminiscing right now. How is the offensive line so bad with 2 of the best tackles in football? Zion Johnson's literally trying to crawl to Justin Herbert. And Herbert took some contact too. You could have thrown a flag there. I don't know, man. That's bad. And the Chargers are booting this thing away. Dude, what a punt by J.K. Scott from his own end zone. It'll be returned to the 46, but man, he had to back up. Another night. Yeah, this is J.K. Scott's best game. That's Scott's best game for sure. I think all it took was the Chargers working out some extra punters. I don't know why they've been doing that. You guys see that? I saw that on Twitter the other day. They've been working out some additional punters. I was like, why? We have a good punter on the team. Sure, he's not having his best season, but he's been really good for a while now. He's doing great for us this week. I guess we need to keep working out punters. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up. $20 holler from Walker Templeman says, you think the offense would be better if we traded for a guard instead of a receiver, especially with Chark coming?
You think the offense would be better if we traded for a guard instead of a receiver?
Throws it underneath and Kamara gets blown up.
Especially with Chark coming.
That is a really good point to be made there, Walker. First off, thank you for the $20 holla. Appreciate the love. Give him some love in the chat there too, guys. Appreciate that. And secondly, I do believe that interior offensive line is something that needs to be addressed as soon as possible. The problem is you've got just so much work to do in getting these guys in sync that adding somebody now may be too late, because you're going to need half the remainder of the games just to get them on the same level. Now, if you're going for next season too, then absolutely, but it's a little bit tougher than receiver, who can absolutely make a difference right away, as Olave is going to pick up a huge first down. Saints are now driving to the Chargers' 26-yard line. 26-yard line. Hey, but Walker, we will absolutely be pounding the table in the offseason. If we can get somebody in now with how bad the Chargers O-line is right now, I wouldn't hate it. Like, at this point, it kind of feels like anything is better, right? I don't know. I think right there, Tariq still messed up his assignment, and that's why we saw a huge play to Chris Olave just now. Tariq still has been exceptional. Still a rookie. Still a rookie. Makes a mistake there. Although he should have been in the nickel, right? It could have been whoever was on the outside. I didn't quite see. I just saw 29 in the area. Thank you again so much to my friend Walker Templeman for the $20 haul. I appreciate that. 2nd and 8. Olave underneath, avoids one tackler, but only picks up a few. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Saints at the Chargers' 21-yard line. You have to think they're in 4th down territory right now with only 7.5 minutes left to play. Down 2 possessions. Chargers got to be ready. Had Elders giving a nod to Dan. Action Dan. Appreciate all that, guys. You guys have been awesome in support today. 3rd and 5. Haener. And it's going to be blown dead. There's a flag. Ooh, it might be a false start on the Saints, pushing it back 3rd and 10, which is especially problematic for New Orleans, as they may have been wanting to go for it on 4th down. Now, they certainly still could, but 3rd and 10, that's a lot trickier. That is a lot trickier. Third and 10. The Chargers defense, who's been so good all season, sees another big opportunity here to make a play. A sack, an incompletion, any of that makes it extremely difficult for the Saints to try and go for it. Here comes the play. In and out of the hands. It's incomplete. And you're likely going to see the field goal unit come out here right now, which, again, could make it a one-possession game, but a lot more difficult given that you'll need a two-point conversion as well. All right, baby. Nice play, bend but don't break Chargers defense. I guess they could still go for it on fourth down, but you likely take the points here, make it a one-possession game, which they are. Here comes the kicker for the Saints to try and close this lead a little bit. Loud and SoFi. Hell yeah. Here comes the field goal try. It is up. Did he miss it? He missed it! He missed it! Oh, it's still a two-possession lead for the Chargers. He missed it! Ooh, that was massive! Oh, it was just barely to the right. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh is fired up on the sidelines. Oh, dude, that is huge. That probably cost New Orleans the game, if we're being honest. 6.5 minutes left. Chargers get the ball back at the 25. Yo, that's big, man. That's big. Of course, you're not counting your hens yet, but that's a huge problem for New Orleans. They had to make that field goal. Oh, man. Joe Alt was the right choice in the draft. Yes, he was. That is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, we got to run the clock down. So they got 3 timeouts. It's still 6.5 minutes, so still plenty of football left to play. But this puts you in a much better position to keep control. You guys want to see some of my fidget items when I'm nervous and I have to stream and I need a distraction off camera? I have a deck of cards. I'm a big Deadpool fan. Deck of cards that I like to shuffle off camera. I got I've got who knows what this is? Who knows what this is? Fiddle around with this guy off camera. I'll get you here and here. They like to hunt in packs. It's actually a bottle opener too, which is kind of sick. That's a raptor claw. See what else we got. Got the old Apex Legends Caustic, my main in Apex. Got the heirloom there. It's got a couple little buttons on it. It's fun. When I'm being stressed out, these are the things happening under the screen. It ain't no chicken claw, it's a Velociraptor. That thing's sick. You're a Fuse main? Man, you're a troublemaker for me, dude. You're popping my traps every 2 seconds. I can't freaking figure out how to lock a building down because everything's just getting popped by that ridiculous tack. You and Octanes annoy me. What game am I heading to? We don't know. It was actually supposed to be this game. We were supposed to be at this game. We just the schedule hasn't been lining up very well for us this year. Here comes $5 haul from Fabian. First play for the Chargers on this drive, though. It's going to be, a play action. It's going to be underneath to the fullback, Scott Matlock. And Matlock picks up 9 yards on the reception. The Iron Man continues to, he's got a sack this game. He's got a reception for 9 yards. He's been a hell of a blocker. Matlock has been the dude this week, man. Here comes Fabian with the $5 haul. Just the stats for the Jets lost today. Mike wasn't used at all, so maybe trade for Mike Williams. Oh, yeah. It's very well known that he's on the back burner. Like, it's going to be Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams, and he had some other guys from Green Bay that he brought over. Yeah, Mike Williams is definitely not in the equation right now. He's in a great trade target for the Chargers. Here comes another carry. J.K. Dobbins picks up 3 or 4. It'll be second and maybe medium. Or excuse me, it was a second down already. It's a first down Chargers after a 4-yard pickup. 38 months coming in from Red. 38 months with my homie, the director. Been a pleasure riding this insane roller coaster with you, brother. Win or tie, or lose, we ride or die. We ride or die, my friend. Thank you so much, Red. 38 months, dude. That's insane to me. That's insane to me, man. 38 months. What the heck, dude? It doesn't even feel like it's been that long. It also feels like it's been, like, it's never not been here, but it's crazy to think. 1st and 10. It's another carry for Dobbins, who weaves his way forward for another carry of about 3. And you're looking at a 2nd and 7 for the Chargers. 2nd and 7 for the Chargers. Yeah, we're running clock down right now. That's exactly what's happening. Second and 8. Scott Matlock in motion. Looks like a J.K. Dobbins. No, it's a play action. It will go to Dobbins underneath in the pass, and Dobbins going to pick up 15 or so and then slides, or I should say falls forward, staying in bounds, keeping in control of the clock. Dobbins does it again. Smart play by J.K. Yes, sir, it was Jake. Saints aren't playing clean at all. Coach Horrible is even. Yeah, we from the limited stuff we've seen today, this is the most aggravating game. Like, I mean, look at Justin Herbert, man. He's got his back is all cut up. You guys see that? Like right where the jersey meets his shoulder, there's a huge gash on his back. 1st and 10. It's another Dobbins carry. Dobbins tries to hit the outside, nicely tackled by Chase Young. It'll be a gain of 0. But the clock continues to run. Do we see a timeout from the Saints yet? I think we do. Yeah, they did just stop the clock. The Dob Goblin. What even happened to Rattler? It sounds like he got benched, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. As the opponent on the other side, I mean, are your chances better with Haener? Like, I don't know. Doesn't feel like it. Yeah, he got benched. Rattler got rattled. Bosa out again? No, he's on a snap count, so we don't know. We don't know how many snaps he's going to see today. 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert. Will he pass on 2nd and 12? Looks like he will. Herbert looking. He's going to fire deep. They don't even care anymore. It's a 1st down, Chargers. Another H-bomb. Jalen Reagor brought in an incredible pass. Herbert's saying, hey, we don't got the pieces. We're going to work with what we got. And it's Jalen Reagor this time. Reagor. Holy beautiful body control to bring that one in. Chargers got the ball inside the 10. Oh my goodness, what a play. And here comes J.K. Dobbins. Lunges forward, picks up a couple. 2nd and 7. Dude. That was an awesome catch by Jalen Reagor. I mean, 89's in the chat for Jalen Reagor, dude. That was a nice play by the special teams player elevated today. Playing likely in place of Davis as a returner. They heard you doing what we got you. Okay, cool. Hunter Renfrow still a free agent. I don't know why he's not signed. That makes me not want to sign him because that means a lot of other teams passing him too. I don't know. Why is the clock not running? Actually, that because they called the timeout. They called the timeout. Herbert's had another fantastic day. 2nd and 7. J.K. Dobbins in at running back. They're motioning Matlock to the right. It's another play action. Herbert looking, fires, middle of the field. Drop! Dude, get this Tomlinson guy. This is hilarious, I know. Get this Eric Tomlinson guy off the field. Holy crap. It was in and out of the hands of Tomlinson. It almost got... oh, man. It almost got tipped right into the hands of the defender for an interception. It was this close. It was this close. And the last time I saw Tomlinson on the field, involved as not a blocker, or even as a blocker, he got called for a penalty almost every game. I hear that he's an okay blocking tight end, but my word, we got to clean that up. Yeah, dude, I'm not... Justin Herbert, he's going to step up. Looks like he kind of wants to run it. He's going to throw it on the run, back of the end zone. No way! Ladd McConkey, no way! No way! No way Ladd just did that. Dude, caught. Dude! Fatality unlocked. Dude! Have we just now seen and witnessed the beginnings of the Herbert McConkey era in this game? McConkey one-on-one. No business catching this ball. Goes up and gets it, brings his feet down. Oh my goodness. Dude. Holy crap. Holy crap! This may be the beginnings of the Herbert McConkey era, man. We keep trying to get McConkey some space underneath to operate. Why not just throw to him like he's Mike Williams? Twice he's thrown that ball. Twice he's come down with spectacular catches. What is going on? Literally speechless. Yeah, the Director EXE has stopped loading. Yep. Error 404. Director can't even get his words out. We glitched hard. That was an insane grab. Then Justin Herbert, guys, you got to see that clip after somewhere on social media. He just walking up the sideline. Yeah, that's what we knew. That's what we knew we had. Oh my goodness. Clark with the 10. Ladd just wants it more. Take note to the other Chargers wide receivers. That's how you play and work for your quarterback. That's exactly how you do it, dude. One of the best things I loved about him playing in Georgia is that he improvised a lot for his quarterback. He found a way to get open. He made big plays, and he's now figuring that out with Justin Herbert. This is the legacy game for Ladd McConkey, dude. This is why I was freaking out during the draft. This is why we traded up for him in the second round. Ladd freaking McConkey, your number one wide receiver for the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's see some 15s in the chat. Tara coming in with a 2. Justin Herbert needs 21 yards to go a 300-yard game today. Let's do it. Let's do it. Don Clark, $10 holla. Thank you so much. Tara with the 2. Thank you so much. What a performance by Justin Herbert and Ladd McConkey this week. I think my score prediction was 9-27, literally. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ladd is a dog. Yeah, I'm going to order another jersey after this game. I need another white jersey. I want a Ladd white jersey for sure. I have the only new Chargers white jersey that I have is Keenan Allen. I think we need an update. I'm going to get me a McConkey. Here comes the next play. Sacked! Poona Ford! Poona Ford with the sack. It's going to be a 2nd and 15. Benjamin says, Director, you think the dirty player earlier trying to hurt Herbert ankle, but the referee's not cooperating, just sparked anger in the team. That's actually funny enough what my wife said, and I think you're right. I was like, I guess it could. I mean, you get people mad enough, they'll start figuring stuff out. I think it might have had something to do with it. Yeah. Here comes the tapped. Wow, that was an incredible play. I think it's a catch. The ball was tipped at the line. It somehow flew in the perfect trajectory for a catch by the Saints. Hey!
And McConkey X2 touchdowns. Go Bolts and happy Halloween.
Hey!
Smiley
Hey! Whoa! Everybody chill. Everybody chill.
A win
Everybody
is a win.
chill.
Hopefully we can build on it. Hundo on a mullet. Mrs. Director will love it.
Mrs. Director will find you and punish you for doing the mullet. The Saints just converted another crazy pass. Dudes! What an insane little run we had just now, man. Karen, $52 holla. Get out of town. Comes in here. Is that 52? What is it for Mac? Is because we got the Mac is back on the stream today? Is it because we're rocking the 52s? Director Dobbins McConkey ×2. Go Bolts and happy Halloween. Karen. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you, Karen. $52 holla, and the team is going nuts. We did it. I feel a lot better. Again, this is the worst defense in football, but I was like, we have to score at least 21 or we're cooked. We got the 26 so far, and it's looking a lot better. Guys, give Karen some love in the chat, please. That's awesome. $52 holla. Huge supporter of the channel. I'll be honest with you. We got to... We're trying to get some water weight down so I can get back into that Victory Monday shirt. But we're on the right path. We're on the right path. Thank you so much, Karen. $52 holla. And we're going crazy. Thank you so much. BC with the Hyundai dropping right afterwards. What is in the water out there, dudes? BC.
I think we unlocked Punish Justin Herbert this season now.
I think we did. I really do think we did, Juan. We'll circle back. $100 holla from BC. A win is a win. Hopefully we can build on it. Hundo on a mullet. Mrs. Director will love it. Mrs. Director got so few perks when she married me. One of them's the hair. Okay, I'm going to say that. The hair. You guys can't tell on stream, but I got some cool eyes too, right? So we're not going to mess up any of that. BC, $100 holla. Thank you so much, my friend. Yes, a win is a win. And I think, honestly, this is the first time in a minute that the Chargers pick up a dub where I'm like, you won the way we were kind of supposed to, even if it was a figure-it-out effort towards the end. We had to put up multiple scores versus this defense. We figured it out. We did it. It wasn't clean. It wasn't pretty, but we did it. And most of all, I think we've unlocked this Ladd McConkey thing that we've been waiting for. It really does fit the timeline of a lot of these rookie receivers, right? Well, we're about halfway into the season. That confidence has built. Herbert missed a lot of the offseason. This is where that confidence starts to come in.
Deserves the support.
Hey, man, thank you so much, Walker. Well, again, we'll come back. This is the time of year where you start to see that confidence build and the familiarity and all that kind of stuff where it's starting to pay dividends to your actual performance.
Lowell just
so
saw my
happy to
cousin
see
on the
that.
TV at the game. Ha ha ha, bolt up.
Hell yeah, Fabian. Here comes Hainer. Hainer looking, gets flushed out of the pocket. He's running. He'll go out of bounds after a 5-yard pickup. BC, thank you so much for the $100 holla, man. That is awesome. Karen with the 52. We got Smash King coming in with the $2 holla. Come on, Superchargers. Let's do this. Let's get the dub. Thank you so much, King. Appreciate that, man. Don Clark comes right back with another $10 holla. Says bald. What? Oh, bad lad. I thought you said bald. Bad lad jersey incoming. Oh, yes, sir, it is. You guys know it. I need another white jersey for sure. It's going to be Lightning Lad. It's got to be Lightning Lad, man. Thank you so much. Another $10 holla, guys. I appreciate that. Here comes another sack. The Chargers just obliterated Hainer, and it's Bud Dupree. Bud Dupree gets in there, and it's a 3rd and 16 all of a sudden. 48's in the chat, dude. Man, they're coming in quick, dude. Guys, thank you everybody so much for all the super chats, man. I appreciate all the love, dudes.
In the second half, high voltage sign.
Wait, toss that over here. We'll be wearing this in spirit tomorrow, baby. Yeah! You You kind of see how we're gonna need a little help, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Here comes Haener after the sack. He's running. Chargers close the distance. It's gonna be a 5-yard pickup. 4th and 11 coming up for the Saints. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Mrs. Director, for bringing that down. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we got Obi, Chris Kenobi. Mad Lad strikes again. Mad Lad is in the building, baby. Once we unlocked to punish Justin Herbert this season, yeah, we did. I think Herbert's kind of waking up to the fact that, hey, we're going to have to do what we do best, and we're going to have to really, really quickly come up with some trust and chemistry in the guys that we got, and McConkey was his best shot at that, and it really did unlock this week. This is the McConkey legacy game. Juan Castellanos with the 2 says, I forgot to put Ladd in my lineup this week. I have him too. I should have. But, man, I'm looking forward to starting him later in the season, too. Walker Templeman with the $20 holo, man. Dude, thank you, dude. That is awful sweet of you, man. Thank you so much. He says, director deserves the support. I thank you so much for that, man. They started kind of rough for me, I'm not going to lie. You guys came in, you helped me out. The Chargers played great. Like, this is a big turnaround for me, guys. Thank you so much, and it's for the love and everything, man. Truly, truly. 4th and 11. Saints have to go for it. There's only a minute left on the clock. See if the Chargers can just get off the field and put this one away. It's going to be lots of heat. Haener's got to toss it up. He's looking. It's brought in. Game's not over yet. They got a minute left. Insane reception. Haener does it again. Fabian with the $10 haul. I just saw my cousin on TV. Hey, shout out to the Fabian cousin on the tube, dude, on the boob tube. Appreciate it. The Burrell Bikes of the 2 says, I'm fine with Darth Herbert. Give in to the hate. Give in to your hate. Strike me down and your journey to the dark side will be complete. Oh, I love it. Haener's going to the sideline, or I should say to the end zone, incomplete. The Herbert Darth arc is here, and I'm loving it. The bad case with the $5 haul. I love how Roman was aggressive on that drive. Couldn't stand when Lombardi would be super conservative. Yeah, so there is some, and he says, did constant 3 and outs in the second half. Yeah, there is some redemption for Roman in the future. I think we maybe started that a little bit this game, but there's still more work to be done, I think. And I think that's fair to say, right? But yes, absolutely. Absolutely need to stay aggressive in these sorts of situations. Absolutely agree with that. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. You guys have been awesome. Haener is going to go underneath to Olave, who picks up about 5. Saints have no more timeouts. 20 seconds on the clock. $20 holla from Aaron Adams. He says, bolt up, baby. McConkey legacy game today, baby. We finally got in the second half. Yes, we did. Back of the end zone, incomplete. 5 seconds left. 4th and 3 coming up for the Saints. Likely the last or one of the last plays of the game. Dude, Aaron Adams with the $20 holla. Thank you so much, man. We finally did it. We finally broke in and got some points in the second half. And it was a good game for Ladd McConkey to really turn it on, man. This is your number 1 receiver. This is the threat the rest of the season. And there is some catchability when challenged in a one-on-one situation that Herbert's going to start trusting. And Herbert's really good at taking those shots. When he finds that kind of trust in a receiver. Very excited to see that going forward. Aaron Adams, $20 holla. Thank you so much, my friend. Haener, last play of the game. He's scrambling, has to fire. Jump ball. It's intercepted. It's Elijah Molden again. Elijah Molden, 4 interceptions on the season. And that game is over, dudes. Lightning bolts in the chat, man. This is the way you're supposed to win this game. I predicted a 9-27 score. We were so close on that one, dude. Nicholas Petrellas with the $2 haul. Lad is the GOAT. Best defense I've seen. Let's go, baby. The season ain't over. Hey, guys, the Chargers are 4-3. How you guys feel about that? Tara with the 5 is guilty as charged. Said Mac was holding his hand and shaking it, not on the field. Oh, dude. We'll keep an eye on Mac, dude. That would be really tough on this defense, especially if we got a problem with holding his hand and shaking it not on the field. Especially if we got a problem with Bosa already, too. We'll keep an eye on that. Preston with the 5 says, also a tight end to add some blocking in the hall. Hauling some catches would solve a lot of problems. Bolt up. Thanks, Director Urok. Hey, thank you so much, Preston. Let's go get that tight end. It's time to really hone in on that trade and the trade deadline, man. Is that it? Or do we have to run one more play? Chargers got to run one more play. I think we're just going to kneel it and we're out of here. Let's go, dudes. Jared with the $10 holla, best Chargers content on YouTube, Bolt Up. Hey, thank you so much, Jared. I appreciate that, man. Big love, dude. Big Chargers dub right here, man. Thank you so much. Wait, was there a flag or something? Because the Saints still have the ball. I guess there was a flag. Here comes Hayner. He's scrambling, fires, end zone, or I should say incomplete. And now the game is over. 8-26 is your final score. King Sky, welcome to the crew. Thank you so much. Did we catch up to everybody? I think one more, right? And then Red with the 2 says, just go ahead and leave Olave in LA. Yes, thank you. But definitely not hate that, man. Get my boy Chase. V! Everybody. What's up, everybody? Thank you, Miguel. Hey, thank you to all the super chats today, man. You guys have been absolutely insane with support today. Thank you for pulling me out of my slump this morning, man. You guys watch the stream from this morning. You'll see that I wasn't too happy. Thank you so much, you guys, pulling me out of my slump. Give me some fun Chargers football company this evening, and thank you to the Chargers for finally turning it on and scoring some friggin' points, man. We needed this. We needed this so bad. We need the confidence in the rest of the season to really turn things around offensively. It feels like the biggest thing that was accomplished today was the confidence in Justin Herbert and Ladd McConkey. If we can continue that, this team is in really good shape. Despite even that, I still say go grab yourself a trade. Johnson from the Carolina Panthers. David Njoku is still my favorite target. There are some guys out there that can really help hone in and lock in and unlock even more potential in Ladd McConkey. We're getting ready to go over to Bleacher Report here in just a second, guys. Hey, we got another 10 gifted subs from Action Dan. The cherry on top, Henry, Michael, Jacob Hernandez, Lil Chef, all you guys, give your some love to Action Dan. Who is that, man? Is that like, what is that? Is that like 30 or 40 gifted subs? That's absolutely mind-blowing, man. Thank you so much for the support, Action Dan. This community has grown so much off of your support, man. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And guys, give him some love and some thank you for the gifted subs in here. Tag 10 Holla says, you're the man. Appreciate you and your content. Good win today. Thank you so much, Tag. I appreciate the love in there, man. Thank you to everybody so much for all of the support, all of the love, the big win today, the big energy, the big excitement, the optimism, all of the above. To all of the mods in here, Hugo, Tara, Miguel, Mrs. Director, all of the members, appreciate all the love in here, man. It's been an awesome day. Chargers are going to win this one, advance to 4-3, and the whole season is ahead of them. A season worth fighting for, a season with the #1 ranked defense, a season with Justin Herbert, a season to kick off the Harbaugh era. It's worth fighting for. Let's go get ourselves a playmaker on offense and advance this team to double-digit wins and a playoff berth this season. I think that's all what we want this year, man. Appreciate all the love coming in here today, dudes. And thank you to everybody once again. Oh, Shrimp just gifted 10 as well, man. Shrimp! Give Shrimp some love, too, in terms of the memberships, man. You guys have been so awesome today. Thank you for all the love. We are going to jump over to Bleacher Report and continue breaking down what we saw today, man. Big love to everybody in the chat. We'll see you guys soon. Get in on the action this season with Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game. Select higher or lower between 2 and 8 players and compete for up to 325 times your entry. Use code DIRECTOR when signing up to receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Want to watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out ExpressVPN.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months.